Warning. The following views shared on this podcast are the unfiltered expressions of our vibrant personalities. We are here to dissect the pulse-pounding world of pro wrestling, from the epic battles inside the ring to the captivating storylines that keep us hooked. Our discussions may venture into unexpected territories, from questioning the creative direction or analysing the artistry behind the suplexes and submissions. Please understand that we aim to entertain, educate and engage. But please also remember that we are just merely fans and observers, and we are not actual wrestlers, journalists or industry insiders. As we always say, by the Mandem, for the Mandem. Enjoy.
Episode 187 of the WRESTHINGS podcast.
Make some fucking noise!
We're coming off the back of All In. I guess we'll chat about All In, and we got some little meaty WWE pay-per-view coming up this weekend as well, and All Out, which right now we guess kind of half know the landscape. But yeah, how's everyone doing?
Not bad, man.
Good. I'm shattered from the weekend.
I'm so tired from the weekend.
I'm in good minds. I'm in good vibes.
We got a special guest in the building.
Come on.
Would you like to introduce yourself? They already know you.
Yeah, you know who I am. Atlas, AOT Pod. Yeah, you guys know what time it is, man. Thank you.
Make some fucking noise!
Thanks for coming, bro.
Yeah, always a pleasure to come and break bread, man. But yeah, man, let's do it.
Intros,
do it.
though.
Oh, so this said. Oh, fine. When I say guap, you say daddy. Guap.
Daddy!
Guap.
Daddy!
It's a strong star rating, leg drop hating, big back rubbing, Jericho loving, son of a gun, your boy Delboy, aka Soldy Lee, aka Swave Wyatt, aka the Riz Jericho, aka True Osprey, aka.
Wait, what's that one?
True Osprey, aka L.A. Swave, yeah. Aka the Cargill Maniac, aka Pro Grop Tees, aka I'm not gonna lie, God forgive me if I bust my nine. Next to me we got
Atlas, Mr. Main Event, Mr. All Elite,
E.
Mr. Royal Quest.
E.
Yeah.
What else? No, I'm kidding.
What else?
Yeah, Atlas, AOT Pod, you know what time it is, back with WRESTHINGS, Mandem. Yeah, let's cook.
What's up, people? My name's Max. I'm a wrestling
Fan,
wrestling
enthusiast,
WrestleMania,
if you will.
And you're tuned in to another episode of the WRESTHINGS podcast.
Why are you doing your hands like
Don't
that?
lie, I heard the laugh is
To my right, we have
It's your boy Laps, the main event living
Champagne sipper,
big bat driller and
babyface killer.
We're back again on the wrestling podcast.
Oh, wait, Enki, before you go, how can you bring back the bring back drilling thing? Could you stop saying it for a bit?
Boy, back in it.
you started
killing me
drilling
back.
backs.
Started drilling backs.
Started drilling backs again, basically.
Summer of laps, innit?
Dirty boy.
Listen to the summer.
Summer of laps.
Man said he was in a drought, then the vein started veining. Stupid
Hey,
boy.
yo.
Stupid boy. Stupid boy.
God damn.
Yo, people, it's your boy NK, aka the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, aka the Hood Japanese correspondent, aka the CEO, the president, the commissioner of the TDM, Tokyo Dome Merchants.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
have to change that to Wembley Stadium merchants.
I have to.
I said HA9 merchant.
I have to.
Yeah, man. Guys, where do we start?
Start with the elephant in the room, fam. Like,
What?
all in, fam.
Punk. Oh, I thought Punk
Nah,
and
but
Jungle Bizzle.
Nah, ban my man.
Basil.
Nah, man. We'll discuss that anyways. But nah, man, All In was an incredible event. Not even before the event started, just coming out and seeing big up Gareth.
Yeah.
Big up Gareth.
Make some fucking noise for Gareth.
Big up Gareth.
Big up the whole community, bro.
Yeah,
we saw people, some of them for the first time. That
Big
we
up
hadn't
Toby,
seen before.
yeah.
Toby, is it Mayef?
Yeah,
Mayef.
Mayef.
Big up Mayef.
as well.
Shotty was there.
Shotty.
big up Shotty.
Gareth.
Yeah, man.
Gareth. Gigi. Zubi.
It's
Bloods,
It's
though.
funny, we were just waiting on the strip and the circle of us just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Like,
Nah, it was proper beautiful to see.
I've even
man.
had people message me like, oh, I saw you lot, but I didn't want to come and say hi. I was a bit shy and I wanted to just quickly get inside because I heard that the pre-show had started and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
They were bamboozled. They didn't see shit.
We
But-
saw Grado.
They want to see Kip Savia doing panel talk.
Like, not too much of
I
Kip
did like
Sabian.
that little match of the day panel thing that they were busting there.
Yeah.
Nah, it was good. It was good. That was good. That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, it was big. I missed the whole Big Show and Grado thing though. No, it was Jeff Jarrett. Sorry, Jeff Jarrett
I
and
came
Grado
into the
thing.
stadium and Jeff Jarrett was saying that like
Wankers.
British wrestling is this, that, and the other. This like it's not like he said something about ITV World of Sport.
Yeah.
Like cussing it. And you haven't got any stars and this, that, and the other. And that's when Grado had then come out with Big Show and a go. And yeah, they did whatever they did. They smashed his head up with the guitar and that. So
Just walking up Wembley Way and just seeing like that many people was like raw. Because obviously I didn't go Mania with you, man, innit? So like that's my first like time just seeing a mass amount of wrestling fans in one place like that. So I was like, what the hell was going on here, fam? But yeah, it was crazy. It was just a crazy sight to behold and just to see like, you know, where the companies come from and just knowing I was gonna see like guys that, you know, I never thought I would see in a venue like this, innit? So, yeah, man. Guys, if I'm Mandem, I was watching in uni accommodation on some small ass laptop. Now I'm seeing them in full, even live in the flesh. You know what I'm saying?
even Laps came through on some number 30 in the Royal Rumble
Bruv.
thing. Like,
Yo, I was on my way to the gym, yeah, and I was reading the group chat. I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me buy this all-in ticket, innit? So I bought it.
day.
I bought it, what, £5? Fam, they had me in the rafters.
This guy was sting, fam.
They had me
Well,
in
how
the
high up in the rafters?
Bro, I was in the sky. You might as well put me on top of the stadium.
What was your seat? What was your seat number? Or what section were you
I
in?
said he was on the
I
arch.
was on like the
Where the fireworks were.
bro, the pyro was hitting me, bro. Hey, no, but I was far up in it.
Oh.
Obviously, big up NK in the bill for patterning me a new ticket, and I got to sit in a special section where I saw everything HD live. I saw Chris Jericho walking down the ramp. Before I was behind the ramp, I didn't see no.
Oh, he was behind the ramp.
Yeah,
Oh, that was the worst. I think Ola and Jimmy were behind the ramp, but I still had spaces near me. So I managed to be able to grab a text. I was like, Mandem, there's literally a whole section free. Come. We was gonna go down, but we thought the way we were sitting, like we could actually see everything. Like, I don't really I can't
Me
be
and Alfie were on the floor, and they gave us special armbands which had to be worn on our right arm to know that you are allowed on the pitch, the floor seats area.
But let's say, for example, you don't have a right arm. What did they expect?
Good question.
Left on minute.
No, but come on, it can't just solely be on your right arm. What if your right arm is weak? You can't lift it up.
Because Lloyd put out his left arm and she said, no, right arm.
Right it.
And we were like, all right.
No, well, real talk though, if you did that in an African household, put your left hand first.
Get
Throw
flogged.
your
Facts.
Next time I go Wembley, I'm gonna left arm. I need your right arm. No, it doesn't work. Left arm.
I ain't got a wrist.
But yeah, no, I'm all in. I think for All In, I don't think I was excited for All In till maybe Rev Pro. Till we got to Rev Pro, that's when I was like, okay, cool, it actually feels like All In weekend. Because I've seen a lot of like murmurs online, people are now comparing WrestleMania and All In, what's better, this and that. I'm like, they're two different events, man. You can't compare the two. Like, I got to Wembley, I see everyone, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm ready for it. The event as a whole, I had the time of my life, I can't lie to you. I think, top to bottom, I think this is the best AEW pay-per-view.
Correct.
And MJF is the greatest. MJF is
Correct.
the greatest AEW
Going.
champion
Keep going.
in all of history. I don't care what anyone says.
Keep going.
Don't tell me about Kenny Omega. Don't tell me about John Moxley. Don't tell me about Guardrail Punk. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a heck. I don't give a shite. I don't give a shizad. What else? What other languages do you know how to say shit in? You man. Yeah, what he said. I don't give a toss. I don't give a wank. I don't give a fuck. Listen, nobody is better than MJF.
Do you know what it is?
MJF is a world beater.
I think I agree with you with it being, in terms of top to bottom, it might be their best pay-per-view ever, but there's been other pay-per-views that have had higher highs. You get me? Because the first thing I said when I come out of All In was that there wasn't a bad match in that entire card. Like, even from the pre-show, tag match, the hook and jack praying match, and then the main card, like, there wasn't a match where the match finished and I was like, that was shit.
Well.
The pacing for the show was great.
Yeah, really, really good. Really good.
Yeah, for me, just like as an experience. But the thing is with me, I need to watch it back here because I don't know if I'm just blinded by being in the arena. But I never expected something like that. I was just like, wow, like it feels different. Like, and obviously I don't have a lot of like shows of this stature to compare it to, but I've just never felt like something like that. Like in regards to a show, and start to finish, there wasn't a match where I was like, boo, get this off the stage. There were matches where I was like, okay, I'm not feeling it going into it, but by the time the matches kicked off, I was like, you know what, I'm into this. And I might have a few like criticisms about certain matches or certain results here and there, but I genuinely left each match satisfied. And then some matches more than satisfied. So honestly, that was just it was special, man. I was just happy to be there and just be a part of that. But yeah, we'll dive into like the specifics in a bit. But yeah, overall thoughts was like, yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah, I think they just done an excellent job, especially in terms of the balance of they obviously knew there's going to be a large kind of mainstream crowd there, or casuals as we say, sort of thing. Just enough entertainment value, great wrestling, and yeah, I mean in terms of attendance figures and all that stuff they've been reporting, they've done something that no one's done before. So to do that after 4 years,
Bruv.
like it says something. And I think one of the biggest surprises, which isn't what I expected to hear come the end of the show, was that they're running it all again next year. Like it's now kind of like an annual thing they're going to do, which is incredible to hear, especially for us here in London.
Not if you want to go carnival.
I mean,
I'm pissed off. I would just go carnival next Sunday. I'll be real.
I don't really do carnival, so I'm there, innit? I'm there.
I do.
And then they said
make
they're
a
still
choice,
running
bro.
all out because he wants to make sure he hits the bank holidays in London and the bank holiday in America. So maybe they better deal with this. They have some experience now of dealing with this next year in terms of how to book 2 pay-per-views in consecutive weekends. But yeah,
Bro, when I heard it was here, it's gonna come in next year. Me and Lats were next to each other. We're like, yeah, next year we're gonna be back here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be back here next year.
Already booked the tickets,
Bro.
bro. Already.
Nah, I need to book the good seats.
you that book ticket on the day.
No, but I'm I have to pre-order that. I have to be first.
You like
Nah,
that?
like,
Like,
even my seats were nice. They were like leather. I was like, yeah, decent seats. Bro.
Leather seats,
So then,
spacious.
would you not think? 'Cause
The people
obviously,
smelt like oud.
Where you were sitting?
Yeah, no, our section smelled good.
Fair enough.
Our section smelled good.
To be fair, people in my section smelled alright. It's just there was one dickhead behind us that he was drinking so much beer that he ended up busting his head, like slipped. Oh, yeah, man. Like, he kept like he's shouting, he's like Kenny Omanga, and relax, and he's
Kenny
spitting.
Omanga.
Like he's come with his boy. His boy's been drinking a lot, but his boy's like more sober than he is, and he's getting pissed off. Like, I'm sorry, you guys. I hope I'm not ruining your night. I'm like, bro, we're having the time of our life. Your guy just needs to chill out.
can't lie, Brea spilled beer on my crepes. So I'm sitting. So when we were sitting, we're pit side, so we're on like sheets. We're not getting me. So I'm sitting like this, and there's a free seat in front of me. My feet are under the seat like that. He's got beer on it, and he's off his brain. He's smashed. So as he's kind of just whatever, he's knocked the beer over. It spilled all over my boogs now, innit? So I've tapped him on his shoulder. He's not responded. I've tapped him again. He's not responded. So I've squeezed his shoulder and I've gone, yo.
You're intimidating.
So he's turned around. He's turned around and I've gone, you just brought beer on my shoes. He goes, oh, sorry, mate. I said, have you got tissue? He goes, I go, have you got tissue? He goes, I didn't do it on purpose. I go, I never asked you to do it on purpose, but I asked if you got fucking tissue. Then he's all apologising and that and this and that. And then like 2 minutes later, he turns around and he's like, mate, you're a lot bigger than me. Like, I don't want you in trouble. I was like, bro, I just want a fucking tissue, bro. Like, I'm not going to beat you up. I just want to wipe my boogs. You get me? Then, like 2 minutes later, I never heard it because I was chatting to my other brethren, but then my other brethren was like to me, yo, he swapped with his friend because he was scared you were going to do something. I was like, bro, I just wanted to wipe my boogs. Yeah. Like, but the thing is, this happened during the pre-show.
Bro.
So I'm like, how are you already yacked?
Oh, this guy was yacked straight Stadium Stampede. That Stadium Stampede was gone.
I'm like, how are you already
When he
yacked?
saw Cesaro and Kingston in the crowd, he was like, yeah, I'm going to go get the beer, I'm coming back.
Yak to the pre-show. He must have spent bread. Them drinks at Wembley weren't cheap.
Broski. He might have been pre-drinking, I don't know, but he was already yacked. This happened like during the hook match. This happened like during
Man
the hook
heard
match.
real glass and say, yeah, I'm going to get some real glass too.
Fucking hell. But, nah, but wrestling fans are the best because even there was a guy sitting next to me, the other side of me, who I didn't know. And when Chris Jericho came out and everyone was singing Judas, he grabbed me like from behind and we're like
just
Our man each other just screaming Judas.
Love in the
It was
moment.
banging. I can't lie to you.
yeah,
The
yeah.
atmosphere was crazy.
Even walking like down when we went to the stadium, there was just bare like people see my merch just Mandem would come up to me, too sweet.
Oh, you wearing a Bullet Club thing?
Yeah, I was wearing a Kenny Omega shirt, innit?
Okay.
And then there was one brother I was talking with, like obviously there was a language barrier there, but he was saying, oh yeah, like I've come all the way from China just to watch the show, and I was like, oh, like, how long watching for? He's like, oh, since first Dublin, nothing. I'm here. He's like, my friend. I was like, oh, the camaraderie was nice, man. I was like, oh, this is nice, man. This is nice.
Wrestling brings.
See, when you're being dickheads on Twitter, like it's nice.
Twitter's not real.
Twitter's not real, man.
I'll tell you something. 90% of the people who are tweeting bullshit on Twitter aren't at these shows.
Yeah,
You get
Can't lie, I was looking for some
because
of
they're
them.
14, they're
Can't lie,
14
I was looking for Graps by Nathan. I was looking for him. Couldn't find this blockhead. Fucking white wizard.
Let's talk about this card. Right, so the pre-show, we had obviously champions at the time, Ring of Honor champions, tag team champions, Aussie Open, defending against MJF and Adam Cole.
That was a great match, man.
It was pretty much a quick match.
So
Carl Fletcher was selling his arse off, man.
I think my one, it's not really a nitpick, to be honest, because it was just a lot of fun. But Aussie Open as champions didn't really get much in.
They were champion for like 37 days.
Yeah. I mean, literally in the match,
Yeah,
they
didn't
didn't really get much in. Like, it was just kind of like a bit of a spectacle. And I get it, because you don't want to jeopardize. We were talking about this, the danger of jeopardizing the main event if these lot actually got on the pre-show.
Yeah.
So
I want 2 out of 3 falls, 30 minutes or pre-show.
To be fair, I wanted them to kick out of the double clothesline, so to kind of cause doubt between both of them. Like, bro, we haven't been able to get these guys down. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us? But then when they won, I was like, fuck our prediction. But you know what? I'm here for a good time.
I'm here for a good time.
When MJ hit the kangaroo kick, my section popped. I'm like, kangaroo. I was like, for a silly ass move, I was like, you know what? This is good fun, man.
MJF is so good because how is like the only move that's more protected than double clothesline is one winged angel.
Yeah.
Like in AEW right now, what move
yeah.
is more protected than double clothesline? The way people don't kick out of it, the way people try to avoid it whenever it comes, the way the crowd pops for it, like there isn't a move that's more protected in AEW right now. Maybe the one winged angel. That's it.
Yeah.
I have a question.
It's crazy.
Do you guys like the double clothesline?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun.
I think that's what it is.
It's silly, bro.
Yeah.
It's
very silly.
It's silly. It's good. Like, it's one of those moves, obviously, you take it seriously because it's going to get a pin, but I don't take it seriously, if that makes sense. Like, it's just like, it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, how did everyone feel when they won? Did they think it had any bearing on what the main event was going to happen in the main event?
Do you know what? It made the main. I think we were talking about this like when we were going into the show. Like, this was like one of the more unpredictable AEW shows going in. And then winning the titles was like, okay, what the hell happens now? Like, it got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm not gonna fantasy book anything anymore because I don't know what they're gonna do. Because they've won the titles now, but they didn't do what we all thought they would do in terms of like tease dissension. None of that. It was like very just like they won, and it's very jovial. So I'm like, what is the main event gonna be? But it was good. It was like a good level of I don't know, because it was like, okay, it builds more drama, more suspense for when madness does happen in the main event.
Hook defeated Jack Perry.
That match was fun, man.
That was a good match.
I can't lie. Get Jack Perry off of suspension, man. Bring that boy back onto TV, man. That guy is it, man. That guy is it, man. I can't lie to you. Jungle Bizzle.
Get Jungle Boy out.
Jack
Jack
Bizzle,
Perry
fam.
is his name,
Bro.
and he's in all black, bro. He's that guy now.
I love his music as well, man.
Confronting Mandem backstage.
fam.
Come on.
At first, I wasn't feeling the song,
ready.
but then when I think the limo sold it for me. When I pulled up in the lit, I said,
It's grown on his store.
And I like the dragging of the FTW championship, like just like not caring for it. Like it reminds me of like Naito and the IC belt when he was trying to get to the big one, like sort of thing. They had a great match. Obviously, there's been like a little subplot here with this altercation with Punk, where I don't think anyone's really clear on whatever's really happened here.
the whole Punk thing. So basically, from what I'm understanding, is on a Collision show, Jack Perry wanted to do a spot with real glass. And apparently, and this is where alternate stories come up, apparently he had cleared it with some people in management, but CM Punk told him, nah, bruv, like it's not a good idea if you use glass, and we don't do that on Collision, and basically if you do that, you can go home. They told man you can go home. Like,
Wait, who owns Collision? What?
Who the fuck does this guy think he is, man?
like, so, but I agree with him. Using real glass is dumb. But anyways, but and obviously they got into like a heated situation from that. And then obviously in the match, what happened was there was a spot where mostly when Jack Perry got thrown into the glass, and
Yeah, he wanted to suplex hook on
Yeah.
the thing, and he said
And then
real glass or something like
yeah, and he said something to the camera like,
then
"Oh,
hook
real
of
glass,
Crimea River.
you cry me a river." And apparently, so after the match, CM Punk heard that and then was waiting for him at the entrance at the entrance door after the match. And then,
one thing I have to say, CM Punk is on job. CM Punk is on job. Even with the elite stuff, man was ready to swing 3 man.
I'll say something. If he's got anything, he's got audacity.
Yeah.
Like, he's got audacity, bro.
He's
He's got heart, man. I appreciate it.
Just say
He's got
someone
heart.
waiting for me at the door. Like,
so apparently,
A gorilla, you know.
it's like
Yeah,
like
I
that.
As soon as you go through the curtain, like CM Punk is there.
Your dad's
Man's doing
waiting.
this.
You've come home late from a rave.
You know
Your
what I
dad's
mean? When
waiting for you
homies
at the
waiting for
door.
Nah, obviously they got into like a verbal altercation, and apparently like the main story is that Jungle Boy got put in some sort of headlock or whatever, and then
Yeah, apparently put him in the headlock to de-escalate the situation. But I
De-escalate.
can't lie.
Jungle Boy put
You
CM Punk
can't-
in a headlock.
No, CM Punk put Jungle Boy in the
Jungle Boy in the
headlock to de-escalate the situation.
That would rile you
I
up.
can't lie, you can't put me in a headlock.
Yeah.
You can't put me in a headlock.
That would-
I promise you, it's long. You can't put me in a
Actually,
headlock.
rile me
On
up
God.
like.
Headlock to de-escalate.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Take me out the
escalated.
headlock when we're
You've
fighting.
escalated, it's
We're actually
true.
fighting.
and then apparently I think Jungle Boy got sent home, and then the next I'd say Punk didn't get sent home because the next match was
Punk and Joe. Yeah.
Punk and Joe.
Yeah, CM Punk almost wasn't going to do it. And Samoa Joe had to talk him into, bro, let's just do the match, innit? And then,
This sounds like a school, man. These lot fighting and then they just get sent home.
this is school, man. Where's Black? So he can say, E, the E, the E.
My son wants to call it all elite
This is
elementary.
sounding like it's sounding very WCW, bro.
Yeah, it's messy.
Inmates running the asylum.
Yeah.
And the fact this gets out as well. This got out during the
During
show.
the show, yeah.
Like, it's-
I said, we're in Wembley, and
And
all
it's
I said to
coming
me,
up.
oh, did you hear Jungle Boy and CM Punk going to a fight? I'm like, you're
Yes.
lying. How? What the fuck?
Yeah.
CM Punk is here. I'm going to get into a fight.
But I'm trying to figure out why aren't the OGs in AEW, like the elderly, why aren't they patterning this?
Because they're the same age as CM Punk.
Yeah.
And some of them might even beef in CM Punk. Or...
No, but the thing
A lot of them
is,
just don't care. Everyone's their own islands. That's where it is.
I think what the issue is, which has become very apparent since Brawl Out, CM Punk is some type of EVP.
yeah, he's a sort like even Collision
And
is
for him to say what you said about Collision, like,
yeah, Collision is his no. Collision is literally his show. Like all of his like everyone that's on from okay, this is like dirt sheet talk. So please, I'm not Dave Meltzer. So I'm not sure what's that. Please don't come and kill me. But from the information I have seen, as per like Collision is basically like everyone that's on Collision is on Collision with CM Punk's approval.
Yeah.
approval.
That's crazy.
Really, because Adam Cole was on Collision.
Adam Cole is cool with CM Punk.
But he's mad cool with the Elite, though. They're like his best friends.
Adam Cole
I
has
saw
said
Adam Cole said the other day,
Adam Cole
like,
said, like, I've
the
got no
few
problem with
interactions
CM
he's
Punk.
had with Punk, he's been very cool with me.
No, I've got no problem with Punk. So obviously, like, if Tony needed the Elite or like Collision, okay, that can probably happen, but that hasn't happened yet. So cool, like Collision is literally his island, and I think even in the quote, one of the quotes was said, "Oh, if you want to do the glass team, you do that on Dynamite. You ain't doing it on Collision."
Do you know what we're saying, Punk? This is what bothers me so much about Punk, right? And I'm gonna have to take it back to WWE for a split second. You look at all the stuff he said in WWE. He made it sound like he was this martyr, like he was this voice of the voiceless, whatever, and that he was like altruistic and doing it in the interest of everyone else, right? If you just watch, if you just
loaded this guy.
What's me?
if you just watch what he's done in AEW, the only reason he was just grunting in WWE is because he wasn't the main guy. It had nothing
Did
to
the
do with
Triple H
that.
say this?
That's
You're a
literally it,
martyr
though.
as long as it benefited you.
But the thing is,
like,
even in AEW, he comes to AEW, right? And his thing was, you didn't put anyone over like that in terms of taking a loss. Then you won the feud of MJF. You took the belt of Hangman after he had it for like 4 or 5 months. Then what did he get injured?
He got injured.
You get injured. You come back.
Win
You
the
bury
belt again.
Hangman.
Again.
You bury Moxley. You win it back. You lose it because you injured, whatever. Then you win it back. Brawl Out happens, right? You don't even get stripped. You get injured. So you have to relinquish the belt. You're away injured. You come back and get given your own show.
And the real world championship.
And you're still doing this nonsense. Like, what does he want? I don't know what CM Punk
There's
wants.
a funny stat, yeah, where somebody said, so I think somebody they put it on Twitter, but it was like half of like if you add up the maths in terms of like TV time and everything like that, CM Punk has spent 50% of his time away from camera due to injuries and suspensions, and 50% on camera like it's equal. If you add up all, because of injuries and suspended.
He's worked for them for 2 years.
Yeah,
Been champion twice and been suspended twice.
about to be true.
Bro, he's one of them guys in school that's always put on report, fam.
Them man are always internally excluded.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, he's one of those youths where you say, okay, the first school was a bad school. I was going to send him to a good school now.
Yeah.
Few months, you're thinking, okay, the boy's learning. No, he's been excluded. Get put in isolation.
How do you know when he's down bad? Because he has corrupted Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy
He was a
Jack
good
Perry,
dude, you know.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry is now telling the camera, cry river. And he's here telling people he's gonna say a line like that on TV to get.
Hey, you man, watch. I'm gonna say this.
Imagine.
I'll suspend him. I can't lie. I'll suspend CM Punk. We need him. I can't lie.
Jungle Boy.
No, we need both of them. I'll suspend both of them. We need
And
both
I
of
can't even
them.
lie, as per the dirt sheets, he told like the locker room, watch what I'm gonna do on camera.
It's
Today.
lame ass. But like he's the bad that's spreading because we hadn't heard Pim out of Jungle Boy
All we heard
for the
was
past
about
4
his
years.
missus.
That's it. That's all we heard. Private life, he's dating Anna J and our jaws are on the ground thinking how.
Yeah.
Thought he was a good you.
Now
We need to find out he's got a burner as well, fam.
Cry to your roof,
You
innit?
know that man that bring a shank to school for no reason? Hey, have you seen this? Look.
just because he's got a knife at
Just
home.
in case.
Yeah, I got food tech pretty full.
This heel turn ain't kayfabe. It's a real fact, bro.
Bruv, it's
bring about
a
that
cancer
feeling.
that's spreading. Like this is literally it. Like it's,
I just don't know if CM Punk is worth the headache at this point.
He's not.
I don't think so.
Does he still draw? I guess, but the matches aren't great. The locker room headaches are it's just too much. It's just too much. Like I don't know if you lot saw that clip where Jericho was talking about how he tried CM Punk tried to get Booker T to pick up trash in the locker room. And Booker T threw it on the floor and was like, "What?
Listen,
You're not gonna tell me to throw trash, like pick up my trash. Who are you?" kind of thing.
I heard this story before.
And CM Punk was trying to tell people, "Oh, I'm a locker room leader," and Cody Rhodes was like, "This is from 2018." Cody Rhodes was like, "If you have to say it, you're
What
not."
kind of
a locker
wanker
room
walks
leader."
around saying I'm a world locker leader?
Yeah.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Where are the OGs to pattern this guy?
There ain't gonna be no OGs in a company that's 4 years older, bro.
The
get me?
OGs play video.
Even Christopher Daniels, bro. Punk got them man, they're exiled.
Yeah, like,
So it's like,
Punk has had a similar rise to a dictator, yeah? He champions that he's for the people, he's a martyr, this, that. Now, when you give him the throne, he suddenly becomes evil. He starts to oppress the people. Bro, he's a dictator.
He's a dictator, bro.
CM Punk, Chicago's Mugabe Punk.
He's Castro, bro.
No, but
Castro.
the funny part is you give him the throne and he's got injured twice.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Anyways.
But his match was
Having
good though.
said all
His
that,
match was good.
Punk versus Samoa Joe was
Big up-
excellent.
Big up Samoa Joe.
It was hard.
My guy.
I love Samoa Joe, man.
And just
I
for
love
like
Samoa Joe.
heritage, I was very happy they did get this spot. Like,
Yeah.
I feel it would have been better if Punk didn't beat Joe in the Owen,
Collision.
but beat him here, sort
Yeah.
of thing on this stage,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joe looked like he was having a bloody great time.
But it's like these men have wrestled each other. These men had like 5-star classics in front of 300 people. You get me? 20 years ago. And now to be able to wrestle in front of 81,000 for them must be like a good, like, I think that's probably why Joe was like to him, yo, let's wrestle this match. Like, what do you mean? You get me? Kind of
It's
thing.
bigger than both of them at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Well done, son.
Yeah, man. It's deeper than. But no, I can't lie. Like Joe's like, do you know what? Like I remember a few years ago when like Joe was signed, like got signed to AW and he was having his last couple matches in NXT. I was a big proponent of he's washed, he's done, and at the time it was looking that way. But I don't want to say he's had a career resurgence because that's a bit hyperbolic. But just the performances Joe's been putting on, of like even the last year in recent memory.
Yeah.
Like Joe's been like he's not the Joe of old. You get older, but I don't know, man. I just watching Joe. He looks like a veteran. He's a veteran, but it's just like a very. I don't know what the word is. English is failing me today, but it's just a very mature, old, experienced performer, and it's like just seeing him. In his
Compared to CM Punk, it's proper elder statesman behavior.
yes.
Like he knows his position on the card. He's not going to make noise about it.
He's not going to jump on a guardrail when he knows he can't do it.
He knows what his body is capable of
he
doing
knows what-
right now. Like, yeah, I remember at the time, I think it was when he got called back to NXT and we all said, this
Karrion
ain't
Kross
working.
match, I'll never forget it.
Yeah, he's done sort of thing.
I actually liked
And
him, you know?
the Karrion Kross match.
Yeah. I
Why?
actually liked him when he got called back. Because he's that guy, bro.
I liked when you were using him as the enforcer and called him back, but then when the actual match happened...
Did you see the way he was panting us with... Oh, bro. No, watch that match back,
Do you
bro.
know, it's only because I know Samoa Joe, like, he can fuck guys up, innit? So that's why I'm like, yeah, however this outcome is, I still like it.
That for you, but that was painful to
Yeah,
watch.
it didn't look good. But,
I like it.
But regardless,
It was good.
His performance at All In was just, bruv, when the spot where he grabbed Punk and then threw him into like the announce thing and put the middle finger up, that was cold. Even I can't like the Hulk Hogan thing popped me.
the Hulk Hogan thing was funny. The John Cena thing from Punk was funny.
Yeah, dope, man.
That was dope. I can't lie.
You can tell they were both having fun out there.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
It's like I said, for them, innit? Like they've been doing this together for so long. You get me? It's probably like a personal thing where it's like, yo, look how far we made it. It's been 20 years. Look how far we've made it. You get me?
I have a question for you, Atlas.
Go on.
Would you say this is the greatest British opener on British soil?
I don't know. I ain't meant to hustle when I fit it. You get me?
Oh, fair enough. Hustle, September 5th. Make sure you guys are there. You should come hustle, though.
Yeah, I should.
come.
What day is that?
Next week, Tuesday.
That could work, you know?
Let us know. We'll put you. We'll sort
Hackney
you out.
Wick, innit?
Yeah. We'll sort you out still.
Yeah.
We got Sam Blacks in the building. Make some fucking noise.
What are you saying, Sam? Did you watch All In?
That's a no. Don't lie. That's a no.
I didn't. But
You heard good
I need
things?
to watch it. I've heard good things. You know what I mean? I see the little Osprey little thing there. That was crazy.
You missed an epic show.
I know.
You would have the time of your life. I can't lie.
You would have
was
enjoyed
jealous.
it, man.
No, I
It
was
was
jealous.
Historic show for the ages.
No, it
I
hurts.
can't lie, bro. That
It
was...
hurts.
It was sick.
What, better than Mania? No, I'm joking. I'm not going to play this kind of side thing. But no.
Was it better? Was it better than Mania for you?
It was obviously more like wrestling centric than a WrestleMania was.
Yeah.
I still think just the spectacle, the sheer spectacle
Nothing will
of
beat
Mania
Mania.
is it can't be
Nothing
beaten.
will
Now
beat
I've
Mania.
seen something which I guess is the closest comparison. It can't be beaten. But this in its own right as like a wrestling show, it was better than Mania sort of thing. But they're two different things.
shows.
They're
That's
not
why I had to say
they're
two
not
very
really
different
like-
entities.
Why would you
Yeah.
compare them? Like let both of them live
WrestleMania is
in what they
almost
are.
like do I say like an award show, like a Grammys, like it's like a I don't know, like it's literally like Super Bowl kind of just a show, like
Yeah, it's pageantry, innit?
Pageantry,
Yeah.
like a theatrical kind of production thing, like. But yeah, this was very good.
Because I remember, not to cut you off, I remember the first time I came on here and we spoke about like Roman's WrestleMania resume, and I thought about it and I was like, there aren't a lot, other than Shawn Michaels, there aren't a lot of guys who are like damn near flawless at WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is not, like, it's a wrestling show obviously, but it's so much more than that. You get me? It's supposed to be a spectacle and it's this and it's that, and the stage, like, that WrestleMania stage, WrestleMania was nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it looked even better in person.
Yeah.
But just watching on my TV, that WrestleMania 39 stage looked crazy. And what WrestleMania was, it looked like a fucking spider. Like, I forget which one it was, but like, they put so much into like, the pageantry and the presentation and like the spectacle. That's always more of the focus than the wrestling. Okay, yeah, if you got always gonna have like a Walter versus Sheamus versus Drew match where there's like one match where it's like that's amazing because it's. But for the most part, that's not really their focus. Their focus is the spectacle, and fair enough, innit? That's what that's what it's built on. It was built on that.
Even the naming, like the WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all, like that's what it says it in the name. Like it's supposed to be like this grand, just like
It's entertainment over everything.
So and
And it's more so like moments as opposed to like the matches itself. You know what I mean? Like people are always looking for that WrestleMania moment. It's never necessarily like, yeah, I'm going to WrestleMania to have the best match of my life. Granted, there are going to be people that do have the matches that they want to have, but other than that, it's not like the All In. Like
the All In,
you can say top to bottom, every match was a good match.
Yeah, like All In like had the idea of being like the best like wrestling, like biggest wrestling show, but not it won't be like as grand or as thingy as WrestleMania. But like I said, there's two different things in it, and from what I got, boy, thumbs up.
I'm very happy with what I got.
Thumbs up.
Very, very happy with what I got.
Having said that, so the next match there's a 6-man tag, Bullet Club Gold versus the Golden Elite. Now, I have said there wasn't a bad there wasn't a bad match on this.
I had my
card,
guns
yeah.
up for like 20 minutes during that match.
Fam.
I had my guns up for the whole match.
I was very happy to see Jay White get this kind of moment because it's been a rocky start, but there wasn't a bad match on the
what's
card.
that face
Yeah.
about?
I'll let Max finish before I speak.
There wasn't a bad match on the card, but this was the worst match on the card.
Really?
No.
Yeah, this was the worst match on the
It
card.
was better than the Acclaim match. It was better than the women's match. And it was,
Okay, let me rephrase that. Yeah,
Most disappointing.
this is the most underwhelming match on the card.
How come?
I
Kota
was
Ibushi.
underwhelmed by Kota
was Kota
Ibushi.
Ibushi.
No, listen. Where's Kota? I'm looking in the camera. Kota, please. Uncle, go home.
Go. It's done. It's
Like,
done.
it's
done.
not that.
It's finished.
Nah,
It's finished.
it's
done.
not that. It's not that, Uncle. It's not that. Like,
done.
Kota, it's not that.
I think for the name value we had in this card, I don't really think like anyone really turned up to. I don't know. Maybe it's not supposed to be that. Maybe my expectations too high.
No, you're
but-
right. No, because this is the same year that we got the trios match, like Elite versus House of Black. And
Yeah.
we've had like phenomenal trios matches.
Elite
innit?
versus Death Triangle, ladder
And
match.
Even with the talent involved, I would have thought, okay, like we're gonna get like cool, one of the best matches of the night, innit?
Yeah.
This match was fun, very fun. Like I still very much enjoyed it. But I was looking at this match thinking, just give me Kenny versus Takeshita. I would have been.
That's all it had to be.
I would have been very satisfied. Or Jay White versus Hangman in a singles. Or even, but
Even Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus
Pages.
Juice and
Juice and Jay. I would have been satisfied.
Yeah.
I can't lie, man. It's over for Kota Ibushi, man.
Yeah, he's
It's
done.
alright.
Man. It's done. I'm so sorry.
It's alright.
That's my guy. Golden Lover Supremacy. Yes, I'm all for it. Go and watch his classic G1 matches. Go and reminisce about the past because the present.
I will say he was better than Blood and Guts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he looked more in shape
He did,
than
he
Blood
did,
and Guts. And obviously, I think you man told me he had a match.
That
Yeah.
match,
it
that
was
match
pants.
was terrible.
It was
I'm so
pants.
sorry.
But, I mean,
From
yeah.
when I watched that match, I say yeah, it's over.
So maybe
he was ill. Granted, he was ill.
Yeah.
And he worked ill, but I don't think that's any excuse, man.
So maybe slowly he's getting the ring rust off, very slowly. But like, yeah.
I think give him a year. We looked at we cussed Samoa Joe when he first came to
we
AEW.
cussed Joe, we cussed Athena.
Yeah,
we were proven
Do you know what I
wrong.
mean, I feel like if we give Kota Ibushi, because now he's active again. Because when we saw at WrestleMania, he looked amazing.
Yeah.
He looked amazing. Maybe he'd been taking time off. He'd been focusing on his wrestling school. I did see someone on Twitter say something that he's put in his bio. He's affiliated with AEW.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give him a year. I think he'll be alright. He's washed, but give him a year.
Yeah.
He's,
Because what I will say is just, I guess, for all people who love Kota Ibushi, like, we've seen the madness this guy can do in it. And obviously, All In is a stage where, obviously, like, yeah, we've got hardcores, but clearly it's not just, like, us, man, who are watching him in New Japan. You've got people that might be viewing him for the first time. And obviously, you want wrestlers that you, like and cherish to, like, show the best account of themselves. And for me, the reason why the Kota Ibushi thing's like, the reason why I'm like so like I've got so much vitriol about it is because like, I know what this guy is in it, and for people watching him for the first time, it's like I don't want this to be your first impression of who my man is, because I know who my man is.
Because now you're trying to tell people this nigga's nice, but he's got you out here looking crazy.
Is it?
He's out here looking crazy.
I've brought guys to football and said, yeah, this guy's cold. Don't worry, he's dead cold. And he's had a stinker.
Yeah, bro,
He's had a
he's got you
stinker,
out here
and everyone's
looking
looking at you
crazy.
like, you said this guy was good.
But he is. I'm telling you, watch it.
And I'm
Yeah,
here
watch
like,
it.
and my voice is
Tell
like
her
that.
hush match,
Like,
yeah,
I'm recommending these people these scare the hoes matches in New Japan. Yeah, watch his match in Japan. And I'm not watching that.
I'm trying to get him over, like more than he's trying to get himself over.
Yeah,
Like.
but like overall, I still think the match was like a very an enjoyable match. I still very much enjoyed like the match, and I feel like the best parts of I can't lie. Jay White was like I know Kenny Omega had great spots in the match, but Jay White was sick in that match.
Yeah,
like just seeing how fluid he is in the ring.
I think Jay White
like,
is amazing.
He's.
I think Jay White is amazing, and he has been. First time I saw Jay White was the G1 finals against Kota. I forget what year it was, 18 or 19. That was the first time I proper saw Jay White, and I was like, yeah, this guy's it. Like, he's it. Like, Jay White is it.
Yeah, the match was good. Like I said, there was no bad matches on the card. Yeah. Maybe the acclaimed one for me was just more of something because it was a title match. So maybe I was a bit more invested from that side of it. But like this was just it was fine. It was serviceable. But like I said, if I had to rank them personally, like what was the best match to worst match, this would probably be bottom for me. But not to say that the match was bad or anything.
What was after that? Was it the Bucks FT after that?
Yeah, so then we got FTR defending the tag team championships against the Young Bucks. Me and Anafi, big up Anafi, we literally said in tandem when my man missed the 450 again, like, he missed again! Like,
I don't think he should have missed again. They should
yeah, he should have hit it
this
at time, innit?
He should have hit this time.
Or if he missed it, they should have lost on that.
Yeah. Make it count for something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that match was flawless. I think that match was great.
I enjoyed that.
So when I saw the 450, I was like, he has to hit it. There's no way he misses it again. When he missed that, I said, yeah, they've probably lost then. But it was for me, that's probably my favourite match than that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, that match,
Either that or Jericho or Ospreay.
Yeah,
that match there, yeah, like what I think. I still think. Do you know what it is? I still think as a laid out match, I think the pandemic match was better laid out. But maybe that's the novelty of like seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
But I can't like once they got into their final sequences and it was just like counter this, counter that. I was like, bro, like these are the two best tag teams, man. Like it's just like it was just nice to finally see these man on a stage like this.
Yeah.
Just get to cook.
Yeah.
Just get to cook and do what we know they can do. And it was like I was just happy. I was like, yes, like.
I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong. The Revival, did they ever have a WrestleMania main show match?
Not that I can think of.
I don't think so.
I think at best they probably maybe had a pre-show. I can't even remember, but.
But the thing is, there was like a 2-year period where the Revival
were missing because of injury.
Well, there was that, but I was also going to say there was in NXT there was like a 2-year period where their match was the best match on the card.
Oh, on NXT for sure, yeah.
You get me?
With Alpha Academy.
Yeah, so they had matches at Alpha
DIY
Academy,
one
like
as well.
DIY, AOP,
TMDK. Like, they've had bangers, man.
that NXT division like had so many great tag teams in it for years, for like 3-4 years, yeah.
So yeah, man, it's just nice to see, and then obviously even the long-term storytelling of BTE, fuck the Revival, Now it's like, yeah, the matches happen now. It's crazy. Just looking at them Cody clips saying fuck the Revival, and now it's just like.
I was trying to get a box chant going, but I was in the FTR section.
I was really enjoying the cash gun chants and everything.
Oh, I
that
can't
people
lie.
were
You see, in
running.
my section, yeah, it was literally let's go Young Bucks FT. It was split.
Yeah.
Like my section was lit. It was like it was lit. It was like literally split down the middle. And yeah, man, that was
These man, they all have chemistry in the ring together. I feel like they're each other's counterpart in a way. You know?
Yeah.
They're very.
Perfect.
There's a match I put in the Discord ages ago, and it's the Rockers versus the Brainbusters, and I was like, did you guys know that FTR and the Bucks had a match 30 years ago? Like it's literally like watching Young Bucks versus FTR, but in like 1989. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I just feel like, what's good about the Bucks and FTR is outside of like their matches with each other, the amount of chemistry they have with other wrestlers. Before this we were talking about the match FTR had with Jay and Juice. Like FTR have had so many good matches with other different tag teams, and obviously we talk about the Young Bucks as tag team run ad nauseum. The reason why these men are great tag teams is not just because of the moves they do and stuff like that. It's because you compare them with a lot of other teams, and the quality still remains so high. That's why we put them at the level we put them, because, bruv, look at what they produce in it.
It's that as well, and it's what you said a few weeks ago. It's the synergy. It's the synergy between the tag team, where it's like they're almost like one organism, where it's like they flow so well off each other. Like Aussie Open are another team who are good like that as well. And it's just so fun to watch when they do like the tag team moves, and when they do the tags, it's just so much fun to watch when two guys are in such like
harmony.
Yeah, such harmony together. It's amazing to watch. That was a proper good match. For me, I would have cut the Acclaim match and given them an extra 10 minutes.
More time.
That's just me though.
I think again, with the whole crowd being, probably a lot of casuals, it was perfect just in terms of just like let's get this done, let them get their bits in and move it along a bit. 21 minutes it stood at. So yeah. After this, we had Stadium Stampede, which we discussed a lot last week as to how they were gonna even pull this off in Wembley, and they found a way to pull it off.
When was the last time Cassidy bled?
I don't know, but
If ever, I don't think I've seen him bleed in AEW.
And
I think
even Cassidy bled. The only person that didn't bleed. The only person that didn't bleed was Cesaro. I can't lie. We need to have a conversation.
I was surprised to see Yuta didn't really bleed.
Yeah, he didn't really.
I didn't really see him in the match, if I'm being honest.
He was backstage for obviously the first.
Yeah.
And
Nah,
Penta wants to go and do Nigerian party. You know when you go to a Nigerian party and the celebrant comes in one outfit, then they disappear for an hour. They come back and
Does
then
anyone know why he changed? Like, what was behind that? Because he wasn't like I thought he like. I thought
it was
Penta dark, but he wasn't.
Because from
Penta red.
From my view, the way he walked off, it legit looked like he was injured. So I think maybe I've watched the pay-per-view back, but maybe they were trying to sell an injury angle and was like, "Hey, I'm back."
My thing is, if I don't see an X from the referee, I never think injury.
Yeah, Penta, but it's like Penta Black, Penta Dark. Because when I heard the theme song, I was thinking, wait, what the fuck is that next to them? Then he came out in the red, I was thinking, oh, fair enough, man.
And then Sue
it was unnecessary.
And then man came to climb the other side of the ladder, which doesn't have rungs, mash up the ladder, and still found a way.
Canadian Destroyer. If there's one thing he's going to do, it's the Canadian Destroyer. Penta said, I'm hitting this Canadian Destroyer.
I can't lie though, that spot with Penta and Moxie and the skewers, I said, I loved it. I can't lie.
Apparently Moxley was vexed because he didn't hit the skewers into his head hard enough for enough skewers to be there.
But I think it looked beautiful the way it was anyways.
Yeah. I think it was fine.
He didn't need that many. What the fuck?
He wanted the whole stack to be in his forehead.
He's moving mad, man. He's moving mad, man. He wants to look like Krillin with bare holes in his head.
I can't lie. Seeing Moxie bleed live, I was like, you know what? Yeah.
Moxie been quick.
Quick. It's like one of them ones where bride and groom, he has to open the floor. Like no one's allowed to bleed until Moxie has played. So he has to
I
bleed
swear
ASAP,
because like the chairs weren't even involved like that. Like Moxie's bleeding away. I said, wow, like this guy's just.
This nigga bladed himself on the way to.
I never even saw
when he saw everyone in the camera, he was already bleeding. I'm telling you, man.
Me and Alfie were trying to find a way. Like we had to jump like 2 fences, including like jumping into where the camera was, the crane camera ahead of us. So we thought, if we jump into this one, we're gonna get bagged. But yeah, we saw him literally right there as he walked kind of not past us, but near our section of where we were sitting. And then obviously fans were literally just jumping fence, and trying to walk next to him and all them kind of thing.
Nah, man, Orange Cassidy's fucking special though.
Yeah,
like, he's brilliant.
He's special, like.
And big up Trent Beretta.
Bro, he's the MVP.
He's the MVP, man.
Trent Beretta, man.
Battered.
I can't like when Sue pulled up in the whip, I got gassed. I was like,
Everyone was shouting, Sue.
I was happy to see Pride and Powerful as well, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out my guys, man. Shout out my guys.
Santana's got a lot bigger.
You notice they're calling him Mike Santana.
Yeah.
Singles run incoming.
I think he's doing a singles run still.
They fell out, innit?
I
don't think they're back together. They put them on the same team and they called them like Santana and Ortiz. But I don't think he's coming back. They come back as a tag team.
It was a fun match.
Yeah.
I just wish Claudio bled, man.
Yeah.
And because I still don't believe Eddie Kingston and Claudio hate each other. It doesn't look believable to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't look believable to me.
I believe Eddie. I don't believe Claudio.
Do you know what it's like?
It looks like petty beef. It looks like someone hates you, but you're just
it's a one-sided thing. Even Moxley was like, but that's some Chikara shit. Like, lie all that, man. Moxley told him, like, lie, bro. That's
I think Claudio's not doing his part in selling the rivalry. But I think Eddie.
But that might be part of the story. Like he's just kind of looking down on
Little boy.
Especially because he's.
But that's part of the rivalry though, where Eddie always thought that Claudio didn't respect him.
Yeah, that's true. So that's probably what it is. But it doesn't come across well, especially when
terrible.
Eddie's so passionate.
Even from like what they've been doing in Ring of Honor, I'm just thinking like when they sat down and had the interview, and I'm listening to Claudio, I'm like, bro,
we don't believe you.
You don't hate this guy. Maybe he hates you. You don't hate him. You just don't give a shit.
What are you saying?
You're just here to wrestle.
Enough aggression in his voice.
It's not even aggression. It's just more so a thing of like, if you're selling that people hate each other, like act like it, and it just seems very one-sided. It just seems like Eddie Kingston is chasing waterfalls at this point.
Eddie Kingston seems like a fan that's trying to get someone else's autograph and being ignored or something like that.
Like, hate me, acknowledge me. Like, bro, I don't give a shit, man. It was a fun match. I enjoyed it.
Next up, we had the women's match. So, before I get to this, they showed Mercedes Moné on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Which, for me, I was spun. Like, her being there was one thing. Showing her on the pre-show, I was like, is this a marketing gimmick to get people to buy the pay-per-view? Thinking that, she might do something. Yeah. And then obviously, I guess a lot of people were thinking she was going to come out during this match or have some part to play maybe after the match. Saraya came out, made her entrance first with all her family, the Knight family, which was pretty sick. Even then, I didn't foresee that she was going to win.
Shout out Ricky Knight.
No, the minute I saw her with her family, I'm thinking she might win. There's no way Ricky Knight Jr., all the
them,
Bevis
Zach,
family
everyone,
came
yeah.
for bands. They didn't come just to get hit.
Licensed music as well, bro.
Yeah, but they had what's it called? Brandy Rhodes and Cody's little ones at ringside.
But you can see on their face they're upset.
Yeah, Brandy was fuming.
You can see on Cody's face.
Brandy Rhodes was ringside.
Yeah, for WrestleMania, innit?
Oh, for
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
Cody
Oh,
came
oh,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still didn't necessarily think she was winning. Then Toni Storm came out. She came out to the national anthem.
Which was odd to me because you're Australian.
You're Australian. I ever said this thing, I was like, she's Australian.
But I mean,
Well, I
she's
can't lie,
lived
she
in
was
UK a
fucking-
lot.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Vicky Steamboat.
Cat.
Vicky Steamboat.
Then Britt Baker.
Yam Bigelow.
Yeah, man, big hello. Then
this nigga
Britt Baker, Hikaru Shida made the entrance. I think
Her theme song is
It's cold.
fucking cold.
I said, yeah. I love it. I love it.
quickish match, about 8 minutes, and then we saw Saraya almost. Well, we saw the disintegration of the Outcasts. I guess that's.
I did like. I can't lie. I did like that.
I was happy. I'm
did like
happy
that.
it's done
I
because
did like
Tony's been cooking with her character.
Yeah.
Like,
We saying sorry first on FaceTime.
huh?
No, I don't know.
This is UK tax.
What did you say?
FaceTime for Saraya.
Oh,
Or
face
no?
turn.
This is VAT. This is.
Yeah.
said
I
UK
don't
tax.
think they should run it. I don't think they should run it.
She will get booed elsewhere.
I'm fuming because it should have been Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
This should have been Jamie Hayter's moment.
But do you think they would have still done? I still think the plan was to have Saraya or Wembley. I think it would have been Jamie
After
Hayter versus
seeing
Saraya.
the pageantry on Sunday,
Yeah.
I think Saraya was always the plan. I can't.
Now I think they wouldn't have like made her face. It would have been like, oh, Saraya wins as a heel because you've got two Brits together. But I think Saraya was always gonna win.
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to build up to Saraya versus Monet.
And especially after the media scrum, after I heard Tony and Saraya talk, he was like, yeah, Tony always told me he had plans for me. So I was like, yeah, like this was in the making.
Yeah.
This was happening. I don't agree with it though. I don't agree. I don't agree. in the
Great
slightest.
moment.
I just feel like if you're going to put the belt on someone, it has to be someone who's a reliable worker. Like, reliable.
Not necessarily.
I think
That's how I feel.
That's how you like your wrestling.
That's why I don't want a promotion, innit? You get me? That's why I'm here.
Yeah,
You get me?
no, that's
But
how you like your
that's how-
wrestling.
yeah, that's
and
how I like my
fair
wrestling,
enough.
yeah.
But like,
She's
yeah,
been there. Even
it's not deserved. Don't worry, no one here is saying
No,
that it's deserved.
listen, I do not think she deserves that
She's
title.
not deserved.
There's clearly something there for her to win it. I don't know if it's name brand. I don't know if they just want to add legacy to the belt. I see the vision, but for me, I wouldn't have put the belt on her.
No.
I would have had Shida retain
same.
it.
That's what I want. I
But-
think Shida should have retained.
She's currently, the biggest star by like
Name recognition.
mainstream name recognition in the company in the women's division.
We should have known when she went on Good Morning Britain. We should have known that she's winning the belt.
Yeah.
There's no other reason because they weren't doing press.
Yeah, it's
They
true.
weren't doing press. So for her to go and do press, she knew something.
So let me ask you something. It's like a double-sided question. So if the plan was always for Saraya to go over, fair enough. Why would you then take the belt off Toni Storm and put it on Shida? If you were telling the story of dissension, would the story not have made more sense if she won the belt off Toni?
I agree.
So what was the point
I
of putting
think
the
it
belt
was.
on
I
Shida?
think it's literally maybe to Hikaru Shida. Her championship run was tainted by the pandemic.
Yeah.
She's now walked into the stadium as champion in front of 80,000 people when her run was just nothing in front of no one ultimately. So maybe it's just to give her that
just don't like
moment.
hot potato and
I really
belts.
don't like the hot
Yeah.
potato, and I really
Yeah.
don't like them disrespecting Shida, who's probably the best worker. One of maybe her hater in this
But-
division. But
Yeah.
But Tony, like I said, when I watched the music club, Tony's justification for this and then a lot of the matches on the show was just like, I just wanted to get as much people on the card as possible, which I think is not good enough, especially with the women. Like with the trios match, you can it's kind of justification, but with the women, like it's because they ain't built a real storyline.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, what can I do for Wembley? Okay, name Saraya. Okay, Britt Baker. Okay, Hikaru Shida's a good champion. All right, cool. Toni Storm's former champ. All right, cool. Name value, done. I don't think there was much thought put into
he
this.
threw 2 out of maybe his top 3 most popular people in there, in
and then
Saraya and Britt Baker, and then 2 of his best workers in there,
And then
that was it.
That was
Match.
it.
Yeah.
Match. So I don't. Yeah. Like we can. Like I said, we can. The women's division's pooing it. So like, it is what
I
it
mean,
is.
and then obviously when asked about the women's division, I
He
guess
dodged.
Big up
yeah.
Lyric
Yeah,
for
big
a
up
beautiful
Lyric.
question.
And yeah, he just
The only black lady and only black person in the media room.
in the
anyways.
media scrum, yeah.
But yeah, I'll make comments on that another day. It's been a good week for wrestling, even though CM Punk has decided to taint it, but I won't be the one.
Man, like Chicago.
Don't worry, barbecue club soon come. Aprons coming.
So yeah, the women's stuff was good. I think maybe the way they've kind of introduced Monet, I guess now on AEW TV, I wouldn't mind her kind of stalking. Like she shows up to a random Dynamite where Soraya's defending the title and she's just there in the crowd. She's just watching, like, and it's just something like that until she's ready to go or whatever the case is.
Yeah. Full gear?
When's that? November.
Yeah.
If she's good to go, then as in you want to have a match there.
I'm asking you, what do you think? Do you think that's a reliable, like a reasonable timeline?
Depends when she's recovers, isn't it?
Yeah, if it's a neck injury,
I think from what it sounds like, as soon as Mercedes recovers, she's in there. She's in there.
Yeah.
And as soon as she recovers, she's there in it. Yeah. So yeah, and I think one thing I'll say, I think they'll treat her well, regardless of the rest of the division. I think.
I was saying this the other day. I mean, yes, but we said this with Saraya. And we said this with when Britt Baker drops the title, they'll still have a good Britt Baker story, and then whatever's going on with the championship. But they've proven they've still can't really
But
do
the
that.
reason why I say it, not because of what AEW does, because of what Mercedes feels like somebody who's, we know she's very vocal about her stuff, and it's like, I think, I can see from the CM Punk situation, Tony responds to people. That put pressure on him. Because I think Saraya, even when she's come back in AEW and what I've seen, she seems very, I'm just grateful to be wrestling again.
She thought her career was over.
Like, do you know what? I'm happy
at the hands of Mercedes Moné, can I add?
Huh?
Mercedes Moné was the person that injured her, innit?
Yeah.
So
Saraya is, for, obviously, I don't know behind the scenes, but she just seems, it just comes across that, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be here because I thought my career was done. And obviously, Tony Khan's given her the title, right? Mercedes don't play that. So I think, put it this way, if you don't book her right, we're going to see more tweets from Sean Rossap and Meltzer and all of these man about backstage issues. So,
facts.
Well, we will see.
I'm sure the plan is for her to be more so like per appearances as opposed to like
signing, which will be a good kind of escape clause if things go tits up, sort of thing.
But then how much range would she really have then in regards to creative and whatnot?
They need to give her something. She I can't imagine her, signing or maybe doing something unless she has this kind of CM Punk-esque power. Especially because of how vocal she's been in WWE. Like... Yeah, it's got to be something like that. Coffin match. Darby Allin and Sting beat Strickland and Christian Cage. What do you lot think of this one?
Oh, I love that.
Darby needs to stop bumping the way he bumps. I'm sorry.
That's him though.
Nah,
for his life, I agree.
Darby needs to stop bumping the way he bumps.
For my entertainment, keep going.
Like that coffin bump.
The last one.
The first one was worse because he went to the outside.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he jumped high and went back.
So it's even you're landing even further. He didn't land in the ring. That first one legit made me cringe. Like, I felt it in my feet. I was like, fucking hell, bro.
Sorry,
like,
for my entertainment, he has to keep going.
Carly, I'm not his doctor, so you better keep going. Keep bumping, nigga. Bump, nigga, bump. You making the money, so
do you know that bump Sting is probably the safest bump he's taken on AEW.
Sting?
Yeah,
the table one that didn't break, or
both the table one that didn't break. Because it wasn't that high. Because I've seen Sting do a madness in it.
No,
preserve yourself, you're old man.
No, Sting said fuck it when the first table didn't break.
He said fuck it. I'm sure he called it audible now. We're doing that again.
The crowd were chanting for him to like something along the lines of do it again. Something like that. Yeah.
I'm sure he called it audible. Yeah, we're gonna have to break it, man. I'm so sorry. I hear it. That was a fun match, man. Yeah. Swerve, bro. I can't lie.
Bro, whose house?
He needs
that chant at the beginning.
It felt like I was at a Travis Scott concert. Like it just felt like very cultish. Like
yeah.
Whose house? It's like he had everyone in a trance or something. Fucked.
Not me though, but I was trying.
No, I shouted Swerve's house. Me,
I love Swerve. I think he's amazing.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
I feel like he's another level of star. He's kind of achieved something over this weekend. Like it's just waiting to see like when are they gonna kind of trust him with maybe a title or just maybe even just more wins because he does lose a lot, even though it's still through excellent performance and stuff like that. But yeah, he's doing very well right now.
Christian done one of the matches as well.
Christian's hilarious.
He's excellent, man.
Charisma.
Christian's so good.
Jimenez tell.
Also, that bum Nick Wayne took the choke slam on the skateboard.
Oh yeah,
Bro, Derby Allen disciples, man.
Sons of
These
God.
niggas is crazy, bro.
Even
Fucking
the
hell.
old and the young, fam.
I was hoping the skateboard would break though, you know.
Yeah, that's what. When it didn't break, I was like, fucking hell, man.
No, it's actually better if it breaks because it's like.
Yeah, because you're absorbing the content. It didn't break, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro. What was the next one? Was it Kenny Will?
Will Ospreay with
Jericho.
Don Callis against Chris Jericho, who was with Sammy Guevara. We saw
can't lie, that's
the
what I was
Fozzy, mini Fozzy entrance concert thing.
That was dope.
was dope, yeah.
It was good to see that live and to sing Judas live. Like, it's actually
What do you
gas.
have to say?
Like,
I can't lie. There's a lot of people on the internet that need to take back some of their fucking comments because some of the stuff these lot were saying was fucking tearing my spirit, bro. Man was saying, "Oh, Chris Jericho hasn't got it in him. He's cooked. Oh, why is Will Ospreay facing him? Oh, he's gonna have to drag him to a 5-star. He's gonna have to drag him to a match." Nope. You lot saw the fuck Jericho did. You lot saw what Chris Irwin did in that fucking ring in Wembley. Don't you guys ever? Don't you guys ever speak about Chris Jericho like this in your rotted white wizard lives? You guys are going to hell. You guys don't even know it. Listen, don't ever speak on Chris Jericho again.
I was looking into the camera.
Bro, don't ever speak on Chris Jericho again. He's not your age mate. He's not your goat. Couldn't do what he's doing right now. Are you guys mad or what?
he mad or what?
You guys mad or what? Don't you ever in your life speak on a goat. When goats are doing goat things, just in your mouth and watch.
Keep him.
Keep stum. Don't ever talk about Chris Jericho in your life.
And listen, I got
Don't
something.
ever talk on Chris Jericho in your life. When goats are about, you do shut up. I'm done. That was a great match though. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Don't fucking call me that. Don't fucking call me that.
Listen,
I felt the emotion, bro.
hear what, yeah? See this Will Ospreay thing, yeah? I'm going to say some names and then I'm going to say something after, yeah?
Cheers, bro.
Shawn Michaels, Kenny Omega, Okada, Misawa, Kabashi.
Chris Jericho.
Wait 1 sec. I've gone blank.
AJ, I know.
AJ Styles. If your favourite wrestler isn't one of those 6 guys I just named, he's not better than Will Ospreay. Simple as that.
I'm sorry. I'm so
Simple as that. Simple as that.
Eddie Guerrero. I'm sorry. Eddie Guerrero.
That's a fair shout.
I can't lie. Not mention Eddie Guerrero is brazy. I can't lie.
Eddie
I
Guerrero's
don't
a
think
fair
Will
shout.
Ospreay is better than Eddie Guerrero. I think Eddie Guerrero is better than Will Ospreay.
No.
And
All due respect.
if you want to say it
It's a
though,
conversation.
it's a conversation.
Conversation.
But I wouldn't put.
But
I wouldn't
the
put.
sentiment is very clear that Will Ospreay is one of the greatest to ever do it.
He's one of the greatest
no,
ever.
100%.
It's not a generation. It's not a UK. It's a in the scope
No
of professional
soil, no
wrestling. What?
No soil, no nothing.
None of that. In the scope of professional wrestling, Will Ospreay is one of the greatest wrestlers we've ever seen.
Yeah, like,
One of the greatest wrestlers we've ever
conversation,
seen.
conversation starts and ends there, fam. Like he's one of the greatest to do it. Like this guy is ridiculous. The resume this year alone, the resume is crazy. It's crazy. He doesn't even work here. He don't work here.
Man got singles.
He don't work here.
Man got singles.
Did you see his entrance? He put it to the sky and then William!
This was the biggest
William!
courting ever. Like if this is like when you're trying to get a girl to come back to your yard, you bring out the Ferrari, bring out everything.
Mayfair,
You show them everything.
You take a Mr. Chow. You take
DJ saying, Will,
take a
I'm on
Tyrus
my
gun in
knees.
it. You take a
Like,
Tyrus
you
gun
have
in
to
it.
sign here, bro. Will this guy spend pyro on a man that don't work there?
Bro, the power was different because because when I saw the footage on Twitter, he got the big aerial shot, big helicopter.
I can't lie, I was almost scared he didn't get pyro. Because when he done the thing, I was thinking, oh, okay, cool, nice. Then he pointed up. I even went up.
I saw everyone in the crowd as well. Everyone, literally, everyone.
Everyone was like that. Even outside Wembley, people were doing this.
Yeah.
They saw
Bro,
the
even
pyro,
the
they started doing it.
Ospreay. Oh,
TK is
You know what it is, yeah?
TK has laid out the red carpet for my man and said, whenever you're ready, big bro.
Yeah.
I'll
have to sign here,
I'll be
But as
honest,
per-
they've come into your house, they have to roll out the red carpet.
Yeah.
As
The
per,
best in the
apparently certain man in the locker room aren't happy though. The treatment Will's been getting.
Why would you be?
Whoever it is isn't as good as him.
Yeah.
That's a fact as well. But why? You wouldn't
Conversation
be.
is
No,
there.
that's true. But then on the other hand, on the other side, just to be a contrarian, innit, I do feel like you should still be treated well. I like,
As in,
for
it's
example,
because you work there already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you work
no,
there already.
that's facts,
Like, for
that's facts.
example, they could have skipped some stuff on the pre-show. I think there should have been like a battle royal. If I'm being honest,
With Bear Man.
Yeah.
That could have been fun. That could
Yeah.
have been fun. Yeah, I agree.
because I feel like if you're having a show like this, of course, having a battle royal is not gonna mess up the pacing of the actual show. There's plenty of people in the like, for example, Kip Sabian. I feel like Kip Sabian should have.
As a live viewer, I would have
can't lie.
preferred. I would.
Throw him under the bus.
No, I wanted Kip
he's not,
Sabian to
yeah,
wrestle.
yeah.
I love
the
it.
bus last week.
No, but who you don't want to see him in a pre? Well, I love Kip Sabian in it.
As a live viewer, I would have preferred a battle royal to the Grado Jeff Jarrett stuff.
Yeah, that should be on the main show though. If I'm being honest.
Like I would have.
Jeff.
Yeah, that should be the main show. When during
could
the
have
period
used
where
it as an interval or
yeah, when
something.
McGuinness was talking about the attendance,
attendance.
he could have come out then quickly.
Yeah.
Quick 5 minutes.
Saying the E.
Do you know what I mean?
That was a WWE thing as well. Like, that Nigel McGuinness announced.
Yeah, that was an
I
E thing.
didn't
As soon as
like
I saw him, I said, yeah, Sam is probably thinking, yeah.
I didn't like that. I think AEW be yourselves. Don't do this. Like
I think it was what it was. It was just
TK could have done
I
it.
think
TK
they're
could have done it next to the show.
just
TK could have done it next to
embracing
the show.
it.
It didn't need to be like broadcasted. I mean, you want to announce it during live broadcast. I hear that. I feel like TK could have done it at the end of the show since he came out anyway. Like
that wasn't on camera though.
yeah, which I understand. They wanted to put on the live show. It was just very WWE, and I just want AEW to be its own entity.
I hear that, but it's like if you broke up, bruv, if you broke the record, bruv, I'm screaming it to the fucking cows come home, fam. Yeah. I'm letting all you niggas know that cool back up your t-shirt.
Like I say, I don't
81 fucking cake.
I don't think they should have not done it. I just don't like the way they did it.
How should
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know.
But the thing is, I think naturally, because WWE is where it is, regardless, we will never escape AEW not taking things from WWE.
And they've seen what has worked and what hasn't
And
and
plus,
stuff.
you got to remember as well, people were doubting AEW actually selling out the arena.
I mean, yeah, there's that as well.
It's true.
Nabil, I owe you Galaxy Cookie Crumble.
I can't remember.
I need to send me your address, my bro.
Big up Nabil.
Yeah, big up the bill.
Yeah, that match was really good.
Can we speak more about Chris Jericho quickly? You guys,
Do you know what?
You guys spoke about
what
Will. I
they did
get
about Chris
it. It was great.
What I love about Chris Jericho is that they kind of redid what Will did with Naito in their match. So if you've ever seen that match when Will hit Naito with the hidden blade and Naito got up just in time and like kind of smiled at him, they kind of redid it when Jericho got up and then flipped him off.
Yeah.
And then Will
He
was
got
like,
hit
get the
with
fuck down, old man.
No, I can't lie. When it comes to big matches, say what I will say what I will about Chris Jericho when it comes to like feuds and the cycle. When it comes to big matches, you don't disappoint, man.
Yeah.
So who you blaming for that double or nothing match? You blaming Adam Cole for that?
He don't do player. Adam Cole's bad at plunder matches.
He is. He always has been.
He's bad at plunder. I love Adam Cole. Great guy. Plunder matches, that's not his portion. Because Chris Jericho's had some good plunder matches.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like big matches, like Chris Jericho, he arises. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he.
But
He's a pro,
like this
man.
is
He's
a
a pro.
big
He's
match.
a pro.
Like we can say big matches, yeah. But like for both men, this was a massive match.
Yeah, for sure.
Like massive.
But then like Chris Jericho's main event at WrestleMania, he's been in the Tokyo Dome. He's
done
been in.
this
He's
experience.
The
done
live
this.
EXP is crazy.
I can't lie.
Yeah.
No, you see.
Mexico, Japan,
No,
everywhere. He's done everything, man.
When Chris Jericho retires, like, look, you see, like, in like a couple generations' time, where maybe our grandchildren
Hall
are
of
reading
Fame.
resumes. You look at Chris Jericho, and be like, what the fuck did this
It's gonna
man
be
do
like
in
his
career?
promo. It's gonna be like who did
It's gonna be like, you see the picture of Jericho?
1,000 holds.
Bro, his dossier is so it's crazy.
Chris Jericho's CV is better than a lot of man
Yeah.
that we put on Mount Rushmore
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all of
yeah,
these
His
kind of
CV
things,
is insane.
yeah.
Like, there's so many things that were undisputed champion.
Yeah.
But
First ever.
first ever undisputed champion. Cool. The whole broke New Japan streaming sales for his match against Kenny Omega. Founding member of AEW, first ever AEW champion. Wrestled in the biggest wrestling event of all time. Wrestled in multiple WrestleManias. This guy.
Won
Not
world
to mention he
titles
was part of
everywhere.
that amazing cruiserweight division in
Intercontinentals,
WCW as
yeah.
well. In the
Intercontinental
days.
title holder.
Yeah, most intercontinental.
Most
Been
intercontinental
enjoyed
titles.
every single company.
World
he's been in.
titles everywhere.
Whether
like-
it's war, whether it's a company in Japan, whether it's a company in Mexico, America, you name
He's
it,
known.
he's been the man.
His legacy.
Regardless if you do want to put the world title on him, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's been able to be the man and make,
his character work
Yeah.
has been amazing.
Reinvention.
Because in each,
Yeah.
and the thing is, in each company, I can go to the States and say Chris Jericho. You might name me a character. I can go to Japan. You'll name me a different character. In AEW, you'll name me a different character. Like it's variety.
Yeah.
Nuance.
Yeah.
Proper superstar. Proper.
No, he is, man.
Goated.
He's got Chris Jericho, one of the greatest.
legend, fam.
You know what? That's
Legend, fam.
you can't really top that, man.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
one
The
think-
of a
greatest
kind.
Canadian ever, man.
Big man.
Maybe,
know what I mean?
Maybe.
Don't worry, I know you're gonna say Kenny, so don't worry.
He started shivering,
You know what
not
I
me.
mean?
He started
I know
shivering.
you're gonna say Kenny.
No, like,
but resume, CV.
He's got that
Nobody
resume,
is
yeah.
ever
It's
touching
not-
this
I didn't say
guy.
anything. I just, you know.
I felt this guy twitch. I was thinking, I know this guy's thinking, can you make a hard please?
No.
Don't worry, Kenny's second.
I thought you were going to say Bret Hart.
No.
Shit like that.
Forget that miserable old man. Owen's third.
Jericho's one of a
And
kind.
Edge is fourth.
Doesn't
Nah,
even look
Christian's
like
fourth.
he's retired anytime
No,
soon.
Edge is fourth.
Nah.
Edge is slightly up there. I can't.
I call like Edge is fourth.
Over Owen.
Over Christian.
Over.
And I'll put him over Owen as well.
No, he's okay. He's over Christian. Over Brett.
Edge is it's close.
Edge over Bret.
If we're talking accolades,
Accolades wise, yeah.
But the thing is, accolades is all kayfabe though, innit? That's why it's like...
I mean, but it's
But still, but the whole sport is kayfabe.
a
the
good
moves they
match,
do
a
is
good match
kayfabe.
isn't kayfabe.
It is.
It's not though.
It's planned.
No, wait, no.
Before
I
was
safe.
I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. A good match is the result of them preparing
Yeah.
and planning, but at the same time, it's been
planned.
planned. It just
But at
shows
the
who's the
same
best
time,
planners.
a good-
Who's the best planners and who's the best athletes to execute the plan.
But anyways,
Semantics, you guys are being, you guys know what I mean.
We know what you mean.
I get what
We
you
know what you
mean.
mean. But if we're gonna add matches, I feel like title. I don't know when people talk about titles being kayfabe. For me, I feel like titles are still an important indication
But my
of a
thing-
person being
No,
good.
no,
That's true
the
because
title-
you put the title on someone that you trust. So I'm not going to dispute that, right? Because you wouldn't put the title on someone, for instance, Roman 1,000 days. You wouldn't put the title on Roman if he wasn't reliable, if he wasn't a joy, etc., etc. Yeah, go on. No, what are you gonna say?
No, I feel like I do agree that accolades are important, but I feel like the importance, like, so what you did with the accolades, for example, Roman 1,000 days far supersedes the 5 titles won before that. I care about, because my thing is like the accolades, of course, they represent how reliable you are for the company, but also for me, I look at, okay, let's look at title, but let's look at quality of title reigns. Because you can have 10 title reigns that are poo versus I would take like one just all-timer title reign over like 10 meaty title.
Like Walter might never
Depends on the wrestler.
Like Walter might
It
never
depends on the
I
wrestler.
disagree.
There's
I
certain
disagree.
wrestlers where
I disagree. I can't lie to you.
the validity of them comes from the amount of titles they've won, as opposed to that one title reign.
So what about R-Truth? And I'm not saying that he's one of the best, but you have to respect his career. All right. How
No,
many
for me,
times
he's one of the
was he
best black
20
wrestlers ever.
Bro,
He's top 5.
Like, I know what you're saying with title reigns, yeah, but bro, I don't.
Because for me, and the reason why I say like accolade, I agree. Accolades are important with context for me, because I feel like then the conversation just becomes, okay, 5 is better than 1. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like,
no.
no.
That's why I say it's dependent on the wrestler.
I know what you mean.
There's certain wrestlers that if they just have
No,
one
that's a fair
epic title reign, I'll take that over the 5 title reigns one person's had. But
Like
then
Walter might not have
there's certain
it.
wrestlers
Yeah,
with
he
their
might not
title
win it
reigns,
again.
them having 5, it's valid to their story. Do you know what I mean? It's valid to their career and what that 5 means to their career, as opposed to having just that 1 compared to someone else. So a Walter 1 would be equal to like a Miz 8, because Miz within that 8 reigns, a story has been told within those 8, regardless of whether one title reign is good and another one is not good. Him getting to 8, there's a story within that itself. Do you know what I mean? That's why I say, like, as much as a lot of people don't look at it as like an important factor, we should still look at it. But like, I get your point. The quality is more important than the quantity, but it just depends on who it is.
I think for me, if you like for example, the Romans of Gunter, they've had such an impact. You can rival, but if you're not having that sort of for me, that I don't know, man.
Like, for
But should every title
like-
reign be like that though?
Like a
No,
perfect
some
example
title reigns should
is
be
Charlotte
short.
Flair. She's won how many titles?
They mean-
but
they mean
what
nothing
are the
to me.
meaning?
They
Like
mean nothing to me.
I really enjoyed her first one when she started with the Divas.
Divas title,
before
yeah.
they gave her the WWE Women's title. But then the rest of them since then, I don't really remember.
I genuinely don't remember any of her title reigns. I'll be real.
And so and an example like Charlotte, and obviously I know you man aren't making this argument. I'm just saying in general. That's why like when it comes to like accolades and stuff like that, obviously we're all educated folk here. But I'm saying for the people out there, like when I have conversations about like title reigns, it's like, okay, I get that he's won 16, but why does the 16 mean a lot? Why?
Yeah.
So like, not necessarily just the one individual reign, but what about the 16 that this person has
Are you
won?
answering for Flair and Cena? Or?
Huh? I'm talking about Charlotte in this specific.
In the same argument though, Charlotte is one of the best wrestlers in that women's division.
You've got to look at it
For sure.
So
You've got to look at it in a certain period.
But it's like
of time.
NK said, the title reigns with
But you
context.
know it's how I look
Yeah,
at it.
exactly,
Yeah, with
yeah.
context.
With
but,
context, yeah.
But sometimes you've got to look at these certain
Because-
title
because
reigns.
I will
I look
say-
at Cena's title reign in that. He was like what 2-3 eras, and you've been at the top in
No,
those
first.
2-3. So I look at it like that. Do you know what I mean?
Because
Like
for me, yeah, in
you were the
regards-
top person at that time. Charlotte Flair has been on top.
I just look at her
I've
like
never
every
seen
time
her
she's
bottom
won it, she's
part.
just been a better woman.
I've never seen
her
her
reigns
bottom part.
alone have just been shit.
Yeah.
But in totality, you will look at her and she'll be like, you know what? It all makes sense.
In each
'Cause
of
she-
those
yeah.
times,
Yeah.
like the Miz, at a certain stage, was the best. He used to work hard. He done his shit. He done his thing and everything.
Character-wise.
The only reason-
He wasn't that bad though.
No, he wasn't that bad.
He was
But
actually
no,
terrible.
Who the Miz?
the
I don't
only
think the Miz is
reason-
terrible.
I think he could pull it off
But
when he
he's-
needs to pull it off.
But no, me saying like his character is it's not a disrespect.
No,
to
it's
him.
a character,
Like,
it is.
like it's actually it's like a pie chart. Like you're gonna be
It's even better. I
You're
prefer
gonna be good in one thing, and then not everyone's like very few wrestlers are like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. It's like so you might be an 11 here and maybe like a 5 here, but based on law of averages, it all balances out, innit? With Miz, it's like his character work is what's here, and obviously when it comes to wrestling, we all have different like tastes and like subject value different things in it. But yeah, I just think when it comes to, for example, like for me to wrap up this conversation, for me, I look at the Becky's the man run, and I'm like, but I will take that over Charlotte's 16, because to me, the man run. The man, what Becky did with just the man shit, I was like,
The impact.
But even then,
Crazy.
like, if I give the example of like Shawn, who's my favorite wrestler ever, yeah, you look at when he came back to you look at his whole WWE career, he didn't have the belt for that long, like in total.
Only 4
but
times.
yeah, but every time, first time there was an Iron Man match, Vince called Shawn. First time there was a ladder match, he called Shawn. First time on the Cell, he called Shawn. It's like the most complimentary thing I can say about him is that every single time Vince needed a big match or a big match performer or a big spot, he called Shawn Michaels.
saying, at the
To
point
me,
in time,
that's
at
more
the point
valuable
in
than the
time,
championship. To
at the
me,
point in time,
it was like
you're
you're the
still-
you're the
man
reliable
that
guy.
can rely on you at that point of time.
Exactly.
3, 4, okay, a couple months, we need to get the company back. Now it's
Yeah.
going back down, okay.
Yeah.
Yo, we need to get the Rock back up. Do you know what I mean? If you keep on doing it over and that's what I feel anyway. You know what I mean? But,
Yeah, I mean, it just guess depends on your values. Like for me, when it comes to American companies, match quality, of course, it's still a high priority for me. But then if we're now talking about what wrestlers have done, like when you go to companies like WWE, I'm so sorry, there's not that many man that you can say like on record, like on paper, all of their matches bang. But when it comes to the storylines, when it comes to the titles and what the titles have done for them, I always value that higher. But then when I'm talking about like Noah or New Japan, of course, match quality is and like impact, match quality is always going to be paramount for me. Do you know what I mean?
The same thing. As soon as you say 720, like you say 720 to anyone anyone watching New Japan, you know straight away what I'm talking about. I don't even have to explain it. And the thing that defines that reign the most is the match quality.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
living the dish, the match.
Yeah, it's the matches during that run. So, yeah.
What was next?
Let's
The
get
acclaim
through
match.
this acclaimed match. Trios, titles on the line. The House of Black done a little tribute to Bray,
Sick.
which was nice with the lantern, the entrance. The Acclaimed acquired the Trios titles, and House of Black just happily kind of passed them to them as like maybe a show of respect or something. What do you lot think of this?
Good moment, but I'm not happy.
You wanted the House of Black to win?
Yes. Because I feel like they have not been.
Deep down, did you really believe they were going to retain?
No, of course not.
Okay.
No,
That's what I'm
no,
going
no,
to
no,
ask,
no, 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 no.
I think I put the Acclaimed on my predictions.
Yeah.
No,
I
no.
guess
No,
Acclaimed.
and for what the moment was, and like I said, like in terms of like capturing that moment, the whole audience saying "Scissor me, daddy," like it was a great moment. But I don't know, man. I just don't feel like the House of Black have got their just desserts, and that's on booking. And I don't want to be negative about the show, but I just feel like I don't know. I've been lukewarm with the Acclaimed. I understand they're overacting. Maybe it's just a thing where maybe I'm an outlier and I don't get it. But no, I get it. But it's just like I don't know. I just don't think that at this point in time it was the time to take the titles off the House of Black. Not because
That looked mad.
Yeah, that looked crazy.
That looked crazy.
That looked crazy.
Don't do it again. That looked mad.
Crazy,
That looked
my nigga.
mad.
I'm trying to signify the belt. I'm trying to take the
Oh, I
belt.
don't know what you're signifying. Don't signify near me. Don't signify near me because that looked mad.
Hey, yo.
I know what you're trying to do, but hey, that looked mad. Hey, yo.
That's a pause for that.
Like, bro, don't come over here, man. We're like, no, don't shoot. AK's got a gun. No, carry on, bro.
But yeah, I just felt like I don't know. Like the moment, I feel like it was one of those. I think it's one of those moments where it
I was
was
laughing
like
at you lot, and then the thing just.
it's one of those things where it's like I get it, the moment, but I don't know. I just feel like House of Black have been hard done by, but
Booking hasn't worked in their favour. The House of Black rules thing had a lot of potential, and I don't really think they've optimised that. Yeah, these are belts that are kind of supposed to just move around anyway. So yeah.
And I think with the amount of like attention that they've put on these belts, I forgot my point. With the amount of attention that they put on these belts, they've made it seem as if these belts are going to be like moving and culminating within stories, which I don't think should have been the angle in the first place. Mm-hmm. I think if you're going to have a trios belt, it should be the belt that you're hot potato in between all the trios.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pandizio belt.
Yeah. That's literally what it should be for, and that's how it started. You know what I mean? The house rules, I think, had a lot of potential, like you said. Yeah. I think it had potential to be an amazing way to not even necessarily have stories behind the feuds, but for just stories creating story beats to be made out of the matches. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know what the Acclaimed are gonna do with this belt. I hope it's not a long reign, but
we saw what the thing is. We've seen the evidence what they did with the tag titles, and it wasn't much. Yeah. I feel like the bit like getting there is fine with the Acclaim. Like, okay, winning the title is a great movement, but then post that, it's like, what next?
I was saying on my channel yesterday, I think, and this isn't a bad place to be, but I pretty much see the Acclaimed at this point as like New Day.
Yeah.
Where New Day had turned became fun loving with the pancakes and all that kind of thing. Yeah. Like, it's a good place to be, especially for the company. They rely on you to kind of get the crowd high and everything like that. They're good workers as well. Anthony Bowens is a good worker, but like, it's just gonna be for now, for the foreseeable. All I can see is just being forced to us, the Acclaimed, and get them on a show, just keep putting them in places where we think they're gonna get the crowd high and happy and stuff like that. But for people that really want pro wrestling, like, they're not gonna like it.
Especially with what the trios titles started off. Not even just the build to the titles. I remember that trios tournament that we had for the... Yeah. Bruv, we had Elite versus United Empire. Then we had Dark Order versus the Elite.
Death Triangle versus United Empire was fucking crazy.
You set precedent from this title that this title was going to be... And obviously titles can evolve, but it's like, as soon as House of Black won the titles, it's like...
Where's all the good
it's
teams?
It's dropping the ball though. Like, we noticed this when they made, to some people's chagrin, like, they weren't happy when the Guns became tag team champions. But when the Guns were tag team champions, the trios belt was on the up.
Yeah.
And then now they've done a lot of kind of nothing with House of Black, not their fault. The tag team championship pictures kind of come alive again, even with Switchblade and Juice going for it with FTR. Like, I don't know. There's like a incapability to book the two well at the same time.
But I thought that's the thing with both of them. Like, with all the mid card titles, it's like
yeah, maybe
All Atlantic high, TNT. When the TNT's good, All Atlantic's low. When All Atlantic's high, TNT's low. It's never like
at the same time.
It's always it's like a pendulum. One
So do you guys think maybe maybe one set of belts needs to be on Rampage, or Dynamite, and the other set needs to be on
100%. Do it.
I also feel like with a lot of these wrestlers having open contracts and being able to perform elsewhere as well, I feel like it wouldn't hurt them allowing, the likes of like the trios champions or the international champions to just go elsewhere and defend the title. Like I feel like that's what it more so needs. It needs new environment. You're right there, bro.
Stand. Yes, sir.
No, it's fine.
Do you want to talk for a bit?
Stand up and fix the thing.
Sorry, man.
The man's rashed it in.
Yeah.
I feel like it will do. Careful, bro. I think it will do those belts some good things if it just travels around. Move around, man. Go to PWG, go to the Beyonds, go to Pro. Come to Ref Pro, defend it against a trio in the UK. Do you know what I mean?
The first time I came on there, Mex made a good point about at the time it was all Atlantic, but that's supposed to be like a traveller's belt. Like we should have been getting vignettes of like Cassidy and the best friends like going here, there, everywhere,
That's
like
a
being
missed
jokers.
opportunity.
You get me?
That
Like,
would have been
yeah,
great
that would have been
TV.
so good.
Missed
It
opportunity.
would have been so good.
International, but he should have had a match in the UK.
Rev Pro, Triple A, whatever. You get me?
Yeah, he spoke about the presser.
Presser,
Yeah.
you said that.
As brilliant as his run has been, just him as a character going around the world with that title would be great.
Then it would have been so easy.
Danhausen popping out of nowhere doing nonsense. But there's so much potential there. Like they could have made something really fun out of that.
It's even in the name as well. Literally, you can't have all these flags on a belt and then it's only staying in one.
Yeah.
It's just Oyibo people that are winning the belt. Come on, man. Just Mundele, man.
Anyway, let's talk about the main event. MJF retained against Adam Cole. We had the callback to their first match of the match, the double pin in this case, and then they added more time and continued and stuff, and Atlas, you were talking about maybe too much.
Too many bars and whistles for me, man. Too many bars and whistles for me.
Well, even being there live, you felt like that.
Yeah, because
So we watched it and I kind of understand it was like this is a lot. But being there, I can't lie. I had the time.
No, I enjoyed it. No. I loved it. Listen, you lot know you're on the Discord. You know how I feel about Adam Cole, innit? Also, put some fucking respect on Adam Cole's name, innit?
Yes.
Not you guys, because you guys are well informed, but the general, guys who love 6'3" Samoan guys in their main events and such. put some respect on Adam Cole's name, bro. This has been one of the best wrestlers in the world for the last 10 years. Get me? All over the world. Get me? And I'm happy he got the chance to.
Yes.
But the match did have a few too many bells, ref bump and the restart and you get me?
So I think going back again, like this is a show with a lot of casuals watching.
Yeah.
And whether people want to hear it, yes, this is predominantly a pro wrestling company. In my opinion, they put their two best sports entertainers in that main event to just wow the crowd. No matter if you are a casual, no matter if you are a diehard, and they delivered on everything. Like there wasn't anything that was just left with the story, and the fact that the whole thing going in was like for us fans, who was gonna turn on who. And nobody turned.
It looked like Adam Cole was going to turn though. Because Adam Cole started getting a bit desperate.
It
And
did.
Tombstone
Ripped
nearly
off the shirt.
ripped off the shirt. Even in the beginning, where they were both kind of hesitant, and Adam Cole hit him with like 3 moves in a row, hit him with a Ushigoroshi, tried to pin him quick. Like he was teasing that heel turn. I thought he was going to turn on him.
Like for what the match was, obviously I expected the match like going in, expected it to be more like the match they had on Dynamite was a lot more of like a equal like back and forth. But when they presented the match, the way it was, I was like, bruv, I'm invested. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? When Roderick Strong came out, I was like,
Roderick Strong's a champion.
This guy's had the neck brace for like a month. Give her a rest, mate.
It's when he was stomping off. Oh my god!
But just like the fact that they didn't turn on each other, but it was still satisfying. Because I think that's a prediction where I think everyone went into the match assuming someone was going to turn. So the fact that you could like pull off like basically nothing happens, these men are cool, but the audience are still very satisfied and happy with it. It's just a testament to how like well laid out this match was from a structural perspective, from a storyline perspective. Like, is it cool? Is it my vision of Adam Cole and MJF? No, but at the end of the day, who cares? Because what we got was damn good.
Yeah, the work was really good. Yeah.
So we all have our preferences, but I think I can put my preference aside and be like, okay, that's not what I wanted, but what I got in front of me is still very good.
It's like I said to you guys off cam. This wasn't the time for TK to book a scare in the host pay-per-view in it. Like he had to book.
For the audience.
Obviously, he had to keep the AEW kind of DNA within the pay-per-view, but he didn't have to cater for that casual fan or that those, you know what I mean, people who probably won't be as in tune with the hardcore wrestling half an hour Chikara style match. You get me? So I do kind of understand that. Just for me, it was a great match. I enjoyed it, but there were just a few too many bells and whistles for me, innit?
That's fair.
The guy hit the referee with a fucking Canadian Destroyer, bro.
That was brilliant.
That was well sold and everything. Like,
If Joe reminds me, do you remember Briscoe's versus FTR when the referee bled?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's a lot, innit? It's just bad, bro.
The referee bleeding is mad though. That's crazy. That's mad. That's so mad.
I felt by the time the match was done, I felt like I was like watching like a TV series, like, well, this I guess it's TV, but like it felt like the season finale, like the way they were both championing each other and holding like their hands and their belts up and everything like that. I felt like AEW can finish here today, and I'll be like content. I'll be happy because like it literally, like you said, there was no kind of the turn that it never happened or anything, but everyone went home happy.
And I feel like this is a place where they could like, when we talk about like where they go from here next, I feel like you could just leave Adam Cole and MJF as a tag team for now. Obviously, like keep the dynamic going, but you could have like MJF challenge other opponents, and then maybe later on down the line revisit this. Because now I'm maybe just because this now I'm almost like bullish and determined where I'm like I want Adam Cole to take the title off MJF.
That was the one
like,
person that
that's
I said,
that.
this
Now
is
for me,
going
it's
to do
like
it,
Adam Cole's the next champ.
Yeah.
Not now. Keep this MJF thing going.
I think it's got a few more months in it.
Yeah. Keep this MJF thing going. But Adam Cole's next. And like Atlas said, all the disrespect, all the agendas, all the bullshit I've heard about Adam Cole, it must end today promptly and urgently with maximum efficiency. It must end.
Bro, do you know what pisses me off the most is that people could get behind Jey Uso main event at SummerSlam, guy who has no singles match resume to speak of. But when it's Adam Cole, who's been doing this for more than a decade.
Why? Like personally, I haven't seen the Adam Cole slander that you speak. Or maybe it's just
I've
seen it. I was seeing niggas saying, "Why is Adam Cole main event?" I saw it.
You even said it last week. People say, "Oh, why is Adam Cole main event?"
No, I'm saying why them two. Like I've seen people say, "Oh, why these two men?" But in terms of like pure Adam Cole slander,
no, Adam Cole slander.
My For You page is different. Bro.
Just
My For You page.
I've seen it. Look, Adam Cole slander has definitely been turned up. The gas levels have turned up recently, but I've seen basically stuff about like Adam, basically like the whole rhetoric of like Adam Cole, ain't like because of his size and his stature. If he was to go to like when he was
that's a silly argument.
When he was to go to the main roster, he won't make it, or he's not. He doesn't feel like a star. And I'm just like, bruv, Adam Cole is fucking him. Like he is that guy.
In terms of his stature, bro, he's not even that bad. There's been guys that are smaller than him. But
I think
Adam Cole's.
The Adam Cole body shaming thing is so weird, bro. It's so weird.
But I remember even when there was a time when he was in Ring of Honor when Adam Cole was like
he was fat, bro.
They changed him then.
I said he was horrible.
Do you know what? It was actually AJ Styles. That's a fact.
They were calling him Fat King Cole.
That's funny.
He was part of the Kingdom them time because he had a belly like.
Apparently he was gonna quit wrestling and AJ Styles convinced him not to.
Like them times.
Yeah. Like he was kind of because he was just kind of in it. Like he wasn't really feeling it as much in it, and that's why he kind of got out of shape.
And you know what? It's like even in regards to like Adam Cole's AEW run. Obviously, his everyone's been good, but it was like I remember like it was mostly after the Jericho feud. It was like, okay, where does Adam Cole go from here? Like we saw what he did in NXT, and just to see him like main event, a pay per view at this stature. Of this and not only main event but have the objectively hottest angle in the company and like be like a key component, because obviously MJF is doing his thing, but Adam Cole is like he's a great dance partner in this and he's doing his job incredibly well as a part of this duo. It's like it's just vindication it feels good. I'm happy. I'm gassed. I'm gassed for everyone. I'm happy.
real, man.
I'm
I
happy.
always tease that like TK obviously loves Adam Cole. Like even with at the end of the show, it was Adam Cole that made the announcement that they're doing Wembley again next year.
Yeah.
Like
Adam Cole's the announcement, man.
he's literally
I said
TK's announcer.
I said
Like
Adam Cole made this announcement for All In.
All in,
he did.
Forbidden Door,
Or like
AW Fight Forever, like everything. Like, all that, yeah,
he
bro.
loves him and he gives him these opportunities, but like he is him, like you said, he's that guy. And quickly, just a word on MJF, because I just think like
He's cold.
MJF is like
Yeah.
the person that we all now think he
Listen.
is. Like he's someone that is just. I think right now they've kind of struck lightning with him. Like these people might not like this comparison, but I feel like it's maybe when WWE found out like, okay, The Rock is that guy, like, and they're kind of giving MJF anything. And I think even you saw in the press conference, he's now repaying it in showing that he is the locker room leader. Like he is, no matter what his age is, he is at the top of the pie chart, and this is his company.
And
Like,
do you-
he ain't going nowhere in 2024.
Do you know what the funny part is? Look how much can change in a year. Remember, like, last year it was like it was like, you know, MJF is unhappy. He feels like he's undervalued. And
rightly so,
Yeah,
rightly
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
so. Like you
He
see
just
what the
left
guy's
around this
doing
point.
now.
He just-
yeah, he's just left.
After the
He-
Black Lives
he,
Matter,
he did the whole you fucking mark.
Fire
promo.
me, you fucking mark, yeah.
and just like how much a year can change, and obviously like they've definitely rekindled the relationship and stuff like that. But it's just like, I don't know. Obviously, like I haven't seen all the great youngsters that have come through wrestling, so I can't say you're the greatest youngster ever. But in my personal viewing of wrestling, I have never seen somebody like this complete this early in the game.
Yeah,
like he's complete, bro.
Yeah.
Because character-wise, top tier. Match-wise, top tier. Like
His hexagon. Remember we were
Bro,
talking about the
there-
hexagons?
bro, he's got the,
His hexagon's there.
he's got the complete. He's complete. And now
How old is he?
27.
26, 27.
The Rock's age.
The Rock was 26 when I
I
think
think
they clocked like
MJF
right, we've
was
got
a bit more
something.
complete than The Rock. I think he
Oh,
was better in the
definitely,
ring,
he
yeah.
definitely is. But I mean, it's the same kind of light bulb moment.
But The Rock is
Attitude era Rock. I'm just saying that he was 27 those times he was.
no, and he was cooking. He was you know, even
No
when you were
pun
saying.
intended.
Even when you were just saying, I can't think of anyone that age. The Rock's when he came in, because I think The Rock was about 27.
And
But he's probably the only guy you can compare.
And then
Yeah, that's
also
what I'm
we've
saying.
spoken we've also spoken about like many a times on the podcast how a lot of the times when somebody gets their first title reign, it's usually the title reign's never like an amazing title reign. It's just usually a title reign to like ingratiate themselves with the top. Bruv, his first title reign, he's hit out of the park. Like it's
Like Del said, he's the best champion.
like
It took him a while,
It took him.
but he got there.
We got there, but I feel like,
Slow cook, as they say.
but he's just from Danielson onwards. It was just like
Do you know what it is at MJF? He's a student of the game.
Yeah.
He's a student of the game, man. He's just like, even like that old Instagram post where he posted a picture of like Candido, Tully Blanchard, I think it was, Adam Cole. Like he's been studying the game. Like he studies the game.
Look at his all-in entrance was Triple H,
Yeah.
WrestleMania 30.
yeah,
Like he's a proper student of the game, and I think a lot of I don't know, I'm not a wrestler. I don't know what young wrestlers are doing, but a lot of wrestlers could benefit from just sticking on the telly and watching people who came before them.
Yeah, for sure.
And just learning. It's like any sport. If you were a boxer, you would go and watch Mayweather and watch these guys. If you're a footballer, you get me. It's the same thing, bro. Just stick the telly on and watch the guys who came before you. And you can tell MJF does that. He's so dedicated to the craft.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Success leaves clues in it. And
He's comfortable here. Like I look at him, I'm like you've been here before.
And there's still so
You've
many more
been here
feuds he
before.
can have.
I
There's a
don't
Kenny
think-
feud, there's a Hangman feud, there's so many like dream feuds that he can have.
The obviously when Punk came back with the Real World Championship, and I remember that particular day, MJF was on Collision, and I was very like vocal as to this is dumb. Like you should approach my man and be like, why are you walking around in my world title? I'm very grateful now they haven't put, especially with now Punk's latest controversy. I would hate for them to come and do Punk and MJF, and Punk and his foolishness comes and derails this title reign that we're having right now.
Again.
So, yeah.
Like it was meant to do it last year.
Yeah,
so.
although they do need to address that scenario, and however they're going to do it, just please let Punk be in a good place, get the title off Punk, this is our champion, and then we move from there.
So, do you think is MJF going to be like a babyface going forward? Because I don't see him getting booed anymore. For now, obviously, if this storyline concludes,
What would he have to do to get booed? Turn on Adam Cole?
Make Adam Cole bleed.
Yeah, like he did Punk. String him up. He strung up Punk.
Yeah.
Had the microphone right.
That looks mad still. That look brazy still.
He had the microphone right in his face.
He has to make Adam Cole bleed.
He has to do a madness because if MJF, I'll say this: if MJF turns on Adam Cole, like just a normal heel turn, I don't think it's gonna be enough. I feel
He needs to brutalize
because
him.
I feel like MJF in this feud is more likes than Cole.
He has to crush
Yeah.
his
But
spirit,
by design, I think.
I feel like he has to cost them the titles. They've had like a 3 months title reign, and then like he cost them the titles or something, and then raps him.
Yeah, like
Something like that.
despicable.
It's gotta be brutal and despicable.
Yeah.
Despicable shit, but
crush
yeah.
his spirit. Make sure you don't come back to wrestling for months, bro.
Tony Khan also announced that they're going to be doing the Wrestle Dream pay-per-view.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
That'd be good.
Antonio Inoki's 1
that
year
gonna be
anniversary
yearly?
passing. I'm assuming so. Wrestle Dream. I think it's in Seattle. So
You know who's gonna be on that? Billy Goat,
Again, yeah.
Of course.
of course.
Yeah, but
I'm invested.
so how many pay-per-views would that take them up this year?
6.
6.
So actually, wait, 7.
Seven.
Like obviously this is gonna be October now.
Yeah.
So that's
They need to put one in between Full Gear and Revolution.
Thank you. We got 2 in September, 1 in October, 1 in November.
And
Then
there's
nothing till February or March.
There should have been but January Wrestle Kingdom. Fuck.
So the spread of it is still not good. And I'm sure with Wrestle Kingdom in mind and the preparation that New Japan do for that, they've obviously had that in mind when they put this in October.
Yeah.
Because the chances are Kenny and Brian are both going to be at Wrestle
Yeah.
Kingdom.
So
I hope Brian's at Wrestle Kingdom.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
But you could probably pencil Kenny in for Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah. I don't know. That December period is just weird, innit? I don't know what the hell you do with. You do another AW pay-per-view, but I don't know.
Well, they have Winter is Coming in December, and I think they kind of see that as like a pseudo pay-per-view.
But even and I'll say Winter is Coming is good, but even after Winter, because I feel like even going towards Winter Coming, they're still cooking. It's after Winter is Coming's done. It's like
because Winter is Coming is it's never the end. It's always mid because then they have Holiday Bash at the end, and they have the New Year thing at the end.
And
So
you know
it's
the latest
they
problem
always do
they
Winter
started
Coming like
doing?
mid-December.
Like all these things they have, TV specials, they now string it across the entire week.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like this one thing is
They'll
important.
now do it Dynamite, Rampage, Collision.
They shouldn't do
They don't
that.
have
Fighter Fest, Collision,
yeah.
Fighter Fest, Rampage, like.
And naturally, Wrestle Kingdom doesn't necessarily even affect AEW's pay-per-view schedule
No.
too much anyways, because they'll probably have 1 or 2 man be on the card. Other than that,
And then they'll fly by the next day.
they still have nothing to...
Yeah. So
They definitely need something in January.
Yeah.
But that New Year's, whatever it's called, I don't want to say
it's
bash,
bash.
but yeah.
Yeah. Guys, we have to start wrapping it up. The announcements. 5th of September, Hustle. Hackney Wick, so get your tickets. Be in the description or in our Instagram description. Anything else?
A few people have asked me about Basement Grooves. If you guys weren't at the last one, you guys missed out. What are we saying? Last Sunday of the month? Last Sunday of September?
September, yeah. Why not? Let's run
Alright,
it.
cool. We'll have flyer out once Laps gets on the Zoom and gets the flyer done.
Yeah, laps.
Pressure.
Make the flyer laps.
Yeah.
Also, I've just clocked. I've not played no one on WWE 2K this year.
Right,
if anyone-
challenge.
No,
Open challenge.
not like that. Not like that. I just get me. I want to. You know what it is? You know, you never know if you're good at a game or not until you start playing niggas.
We'll do a 2K tournament at the Basement Grooves. Come
So,
through.
what date?
24th of September. Who are you with?
I'm actually busy. I'm busy. I'm not answering. Yo, the same things. The same things. Chill. NFA.
Oh, dead.
What else was I gonna say? Just big up everyone that we saw over this weekend, man. Had a good weekend.
Amazing
seeing the
weekend of
community and
wrestling, man.
everyone. So, yeah. Should we go signing out? from
Yup.
this end?
It's been NK.
It's laps.
Max.
Your boy Sam Blacks.
Atlas, love for having me, man. Big up Wresthings.
Love. Del Boys, Wrestling's podcast, coolest wrestling podcast in the world. Industry approved, real nigga certified. Tell your mom, tell your nan, tell your dad, tell your link, tell your pastor, tell your chief, tell your mom. How do you say dad in Lingala? Dada. Tell your mama.
Tell him.
Tell your big mommy. Tell your
op.
Tell your op. Tell your sister. Tell your girlfriend. Tell the girl that's you're eating out. Buy the Mandem.
For the Mandem.
Buy the Mandem.
For the Mandem.
Ski you. That's right. Jade Cargill, I still love you. Don't ever forget.